Wenatchee AppleSox baseball is on the air on your local TV station, the NCWLIFE Channel. Today's broadcast is brought to you by AmeriCorps of Chelan Douglas Community Action Council, Apple Valley Honda, Bob's Burgers and Brew, Global Car Care, Harvest Valley Pest Control, JDSA Law, Mini Blinds and more. Together for you. That Pizza Place in Cashmere, Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center, and Walkabout Grill. Now let's go live for play-by-play action at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. It's AppleSox Baseball live on the NCWLIFE Channel. And a good evening. Welcome to Paul Thomas Senior Stadium, and just in time for the Canadian and American anthems.
Aiden was born in Texas but grew up in Wenatchee. In his free time, he enjoys swimming in the glacial lakes, camping, and fishing. He also enjoys cross-country skiing and is a member of the Plain Valley Nordic team. Please give a hand to Aiden.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's sleep, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Great job by Abe on our national anthem here for the United States anthem as we get ready for baseball. Here tonight on the NCWLIFE Channel, Eric Granstrom coming to you live from Paul Thomas Senior Stadium as the AppleSox in the white uniforms trimmed in red and blue are on the diamond right now. And let's take a look at the starting lineups. First for the Falcons, the visitors here tonight from Canada with a record of 7-9 in West Coast League play, 7-9 overall. Their head coach is Doug Noche. Angelo Loomis is an assistant. John Noche is also an assistant. The lineup includes the starter in center field. He will bat first, Jake Steels. Batting second, left fielder Cam Edwards. Batting third will be first baseman Connor Palmera. Batting cleanup, the DH CJ Richmond. Batting fifth will be second baseman Kenji Suzuki. Batting sixth, the shortstop Mike Montrezi. Batting seventh will be third baseman Shea Thomas. Batting eighth, Jariah Lewis, the right fielder. And catcher CJ Ontiveros will bat ninth for the Falcons. Meanwhile, the Wenatchee AppleSox will counter here with Nick Woodcock on the mound, a 5'11", 190-pound sophomore from... that's the starter for the Kelowna Falcons. Here we go. Riley Sinclair getting his second start here for the AppleSox on the hill tonight. 6'4", 200-pound junior from Seattle University with a record of 1-0 and a 10.80 ERA. He's got a couple of strikeouts and a couple of walks in his work so far. So Sinclair, the right-hander, will face the lineup of Steels, Edwards, and Palmera here for the Falcons. Around the field defensively here for the AppleSox, behind the plate is C.J. Horn. At first base, Luke Stuka. Joichiro Oyama is at second base. Ava Arquette at short. Brandon Ponce is at third. Matt Hallback is out in left field. Adam Fossil is in center. And Grant Sherrod is out in right. Our umpires for tonight's ball game. Trey Annis Handlin is behind home plate calling balls and strikes. And Jacob Asher is on the base paths. Appreciate you joining us for baseball live here on a sunny night. And the breeze blowing. It picked up here this morning and has kind of continued. Our game time temperature here in Wenatchee right now is 76 degrees, according to my cell phone, whatever you call it, mobile device, as we get ready for baseball. By the way, we've been kind of curious about this for a while since they changed a lot of things here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. College made some changes on the outfield. They took down the old measurement signs in left and in right, and the one in center, we kind of wondered if that was correct or not. I brought a laser device to be able to actually measure it from behind home plate. Tell you about that as we continue on. The first pitch is a fastball missing low for ball one to Jake Steels. Steels, a 6', 185-pound sophomore from Allen Hancock College, steps in the right-handed batter's box. Wenatchee coming into tonight after a road trip to Canada. The pitch here swung on a chop to the right side, and over to his left is Oyama. Easy play for him, as we've normally seen Joichiro in the shortstop position, but playing at second base here tonight. So 4-3 on the putout on the first out of the inning. That'll bring up left fielder Cam Edwards. Edwards, a 5'9", 165-pound sophomore from Bossier Parish Community College. He'll step in the left-handed batter's box to face the right-hander on the mound, Riley Sinclair. AppleSox finished a 6-game road trip north of the border, winning 2 out of 3 against Victoria. This pitch taken for a strike, 0-1 the count to Edwards, and then also taking 2 of 3 against Edmonton. That is a long, long trip to Edmonton, Alberta. The 0-1 pitch is crossed, but maybe a little bit too low, according to the home plate umpire, Mr. Ans Handlin. And so the count evens to Edwards at 1 ball and 1 strike. Nary a cloud in the sky. Wind blowing out to right here at Paul Thomas this evening. The 1-1 pitch from Sinclair on the way is in there for a strike, even though it was dropped by the catcher C.J. Horn. The count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. The first half of the West Coast League season, by the way, comes to an end after this weekend for Wenatchee. Now, Kelowna has missed out on a few games, and that's why they've only played 16 games so far. They've had, 2 or 3 rainouts. This pitch is fouled away, and the count remains at 1 ball and 2 strikes on Cam Edwards. I was talking with Joel Norman, the radio voice for the AppleSox, prior to the ball game tonight, and I said, well, how does that work? Because they're probably not going to get a chance to make up those games here to count towards the first half. And he says, well, the good news is that Bellingham pretty much has run away with the first half. So the Bells will be the entrant out of the north into the postseason playoffs. We'll talk more about how that works and how the playoffs work as we continue tonight. Another foul off the bat of Edwards, and the count remains at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Connor Palmera is standing on deck waiting here for Kelowna. Top of the first inning, scoreless so far here in Wenatchee tonight. Falcons en masse outside their dugout. In fact, they're a long way outside the dugout. I think the umpires might need to scoot them back a little bit. This pitch is across but low. The dugout underneath of me. I'm perched upon the third base dugout, which is the AppleSox dugout, and you can probably hear the baseball players below me along with the coaching staff wanting that to be strike three, but no, the count now even to Edwards at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Busy night across the West Coast League. We'll keep track of other scores of games that are underway. Pitch swung on and chopped on a hop to the first baseman. Then it took an awkward bounce. Tossed to Sinclair, not in time. What a weird bounce did that take off of the end of the bat of Edwards. So it'll be an infield single on a dribbler up the right side. Luke Stuka came off the bag, and then it took a weird hop, as that ball may have had a lot of English to it, although we certainly have seen some interesting hops in the infield here at Paul Thomas. So a man aboard with 1 out for the Falcons. That'll bring up first baseman Connor Palmera. Palmera steps in the right-handed batter's box, 6'1", 195 junior out of Everett Community College. First pitch to him is a little bit low for ball 1. Again, the battery, Riley Sinclair on the mound, C.J. Horn behind the plate. Luke Stuka keeping Edwards close to the bag over there at first, as Edwards takes a sizable lead over there, looking into our sinking sun here in Wenatchee, Washington. The pitch on the way, swung on and hit up the third baseline, but this is going to be foul, backhanded there by Brandon Ponce, and the count evens to Palmera at 1 ball and 1 strike. So the West Coast League Summer Collegiate Baseball, they work it in 2 halves. You have the first half, which I mentioned ends this weekend after the Sox host the Bend Elks in 3 games Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. The victors of the first half in the North and South automatically get to the postseason. This pitch is in the dirt. Beautiful stop by Horn. And the runner at first has to hold, and the count goes to 2-1 on Palmera. So Bellingham looks to be the victor of the first half in the North, so they've already punched their ticket to the postseason. Corvallis coming into the weekend had just a game and a half lead over Bend in the West Coast League's South. Sinclair peeks over his shoulder at Edwards, and he'll run. The pitch swung on and hit foul into the dugout underneath my feet, and the count evens to Palmera at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So they'll take the second half winners of the North and South, and those will be the other 2 entrants into the postseason tournament. If it's the same team, they take the next team in the division with the best overall record. So it becomes not just their second half record at that point. So, for example, Bellingham winning the first half North. If Bellingham is also in first place in the second half, then they'll take the team that finishes with the second best overall record for the entire season to get to the postseason in the West Coast League playoffs. 2-2 pitch, runner goes. The pitch is in the dirt, and easily swiping second base will be Cam Edwards. On a pitch in the dirt, brings the count full to Palmera at 3-2. So Kelowna with a runner in scoring position in Cam Edwards. Edwards' second stolen base on the season just now. Riley Sinclair's pitch swung on and well hit to center field, dropping, and this is going to be caught out there by Adam Fossil. So 2 down on the fly out to center field. And that'll bring up the designated hitter, C.J. Richmond. Richmond coming into the game batting .283 so far on the 16 games of the season for the Kelowna Falcons. He's a 6'3", 230-pound freshman from Western Illinois. Steps in the left-handed batter's box to face the right-hander on the mound, Riley Sinclair. First pitch is swung on and fouled off the first base side. And the count 0-1 to C.J. Richmond. It is a Tuesday night at the ballpark. That means $2 off night here at the ballpark. It's also first responder night, so anybody that's a first responder here within the sound of my voice that can get to the ballpark, just show your ID, you get free admission. as a thank you from the AppleSox and our community. The 0-1 pitch on the way is a little outside for ball one to C.J. Richmond. Riley Sinclair out of Seattle University has pitched just two, make that 3 1/3 innings so far this season. Pitch here swung on and fouled back. The count goes to a ball and 2 strikes on C.J. Richmond. No record officially so far this season in West Coast League play for Riley. This is his second start, his third appearance. Got a runner out there at second base, but trying to shut down the threat here. The 1-2 pitch by Sinclair after a peek over his shoulder is a swing and a high ball to left center field, and this is going to go all the way to the fence on a hop, and that'll score a run as C.J. Richmond has the first RBI of the ball game on a double. Edwards scores easily on the play. Ball actually took 2 hops before it hit the fence out there in left center field in front of the scoreboard here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. So a 2-out knock here for Richmond. Scores the first runs. Kelowna up 1-0 as Kenji Suzuki will step to the plate. Suzuki, their second baseman, getting the start tonight. 6 foot, 190-pound sophomore, but does not list a college. Swing and a foul at home plate by Suzuki in the count 0-1. Well, Riley's been in pretty good charge here of the game so far, but has given up a couple of base hits. I mean, as far as being in front of hitters so far in the 4+ that he's faced now, but has given up a couple of hits and a run so far. 0-1 pitch by Sinclair on the way to Suzuki. A swing and a miss on a curveball in the dirt, and the count goes quickly 0-2 on Kenji Suzuki. Suzuki coming in batting .333 for the Falcons, but just 3 at-bats so far this season. So one of those late arrivals here for the Falcons. The 0-2 pitch is a curveball. Strike 3 called and gone looking at Suzuki. That will retire the inning, but not before Kelowna gets a run on 2 hits, 1 man left. We'll head to the bottom of the first. Kelowna 1. The AppleSox are due up. You're watching Wenatchee Baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
I'm Brian Thorpe, and I'm proud to say that Global Car Care is growing. We always do the right thing, and because of that, we're busy, and it's time to hire an experienced automotive technician. We spend as much time with our coworkers as we do our own family. I want them to understand they're not a number here. They're a person with a family, and I want them to be part of this family too. Do you want an owner that understands and respects what you do every day? I'm that guy. Our compensation is the best in the area. I want you to have your career with us.
Are you dealing with a pest or weed issue and you just don't know what to do?
We use the best pest control methods approved for areas with kids and pets.
Whether it's rats, mice, ants, or spiders,
or something else altogether,
we provide the coaching and solutions you're looking for.
And you can know that your dollars are supporting a local, family-owned and operated business.
Allow us to help you get back to living healthy and pest-free. Harvest Valley Pest Control.
Here we come. You're watching AppleSox Baseball here on the NCWLIFE Channel. Eric Granstrom coming to you along with Coyote, the one, the only. You know, Coyote, when you come up and join me during the broadcast, we usually have good luck for the offense. So I'm glad that you joined me for a little rally time early tonight. Let's get the rally caps going early as the AppleSox trail it here by a score of 1-0 against the Kelowna Falcons. Coming up here in this inning, Joichiro Oyama. He's one of your favorites, isn't he? Yeah, I kind of thought so. Second baseman for the AppleSox tonight. Matt Hallback has gone off to a great start. He's batting .395 on the season. He'll bat second. Ava Arquette is batting third. So, Coyote, do you appreciate the country music when it's played here? You seem kind of like a country bumpkin to me. Yeah, all right. Okay, you like the hip-hop better? Okay, all right, gotcha. So Oyama steps up in the left-handed batter's box. And we'll get the numbers on Joe Ichiro here for the season. Has been off to a pretty good start here. 670-pound junior from UC Irvine. And the first pitch to him misses low and away for a ball. 1-0 the count. Nick Woodcock getting the start. He's a 5'11", 190-pound sophomore from Yavapai College. A 1.44 earned run average, 4-2 record so far for Kelowna. So he has done the damage. Just swing and a miss here, and behind that fastball was Oyama. And the count evens at a ball and a strike. Oyama coming in batting .356 for the AppleSox so far this summer. Woodcock has 22 strikeouts and 11 walks on the season. Here comes the 1-1 pitch, a swing and a miss, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. So, yeah, that swing and miss conversation is common with Mr. Woodcock on the mound. Lefty looks in for the sign from his catcher, C.J. Otaveros. And the pitch on the way is high and away for a ball. Evens the count to Oyama at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Mitch Darlington, head coach for Wenatchee. Marcus Leiden is the hitting coach. Aaron Vaughn, the pitching coach. 3-man crew taking care of business for the AppleSox this summer and hoping to continue after a great road trip. This curveball misses away for a ball. Good eye by Oyama. And the count goes to 3-2. Any bets there, Coyote? If Oyama gets on, we try to steal second base with Oyama. Yeah, he's pretty fast. You're pretty fast too in the race, but you're still over. You got to work on that. This pitch misses for ball 4, and aboard with a leadoff walk is Oyama. So the Sox in business here in the first against Nick Woodcock, as that'll bring up left fielder Matt Hallback. Matt joined the AppleSox here this summer late. He came here when we were here last, as a matter of fact, a couple of weeks ago on a Friday night, and has done nothing but hit the ball well for Wenatchee. Batting .395 coming in out of UC San Diego. Big fella steps in the right-handed batter's box. He's 6'3", 195 pounds. They'll toss over to the bag at first to keep Oyama close as Palmera applies the tag, not in time to get Mr. Oyama over there. Coyote is thinking that Oyama's going to go here. The pitch is swung on and fouled back. The count 0-1 on Matt Hallback. AppleSox won 4 out of 6 on the road in Victoria and Edmonton. Kind of interesting about that Edmonton trip. They flew there from Victoria, which is second time I think ever the AppleSox have flown. This pitch is low for a ball. Evens the count to 1 ball and 1 strike. Last time the AppleSox played outside of this time zone was all the way back in the early 2000s, not long after the team started, when they went to Kansas for the basically Summer Collegiate World Series in Kansas. That's the last time prior to going to Edmonton this past weekend. They were out of this time zone. Toss over the bag at first, not in time to get Oyama as he has a shallow lead over there at first base. Looking into the sunshine, he feigns a run towards second. The pitch is taken for a strike, and the count to Hallback goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Ava Arquette waiting on deck here for the AppleSox. 3 best hitters on the club in the 1-2-3 order here for Coach Mitch Darlington here tonight. Hoping for a little better luck here at home after falling to the bells. This pitch swung on. This coming to us. Are we going to get it? Oh, it's going to stay in the play, and it's going to be caught by the third baseman. Oh, not only did we not get the foul ball, Coyote, they make an out on it. So a pop foul to the third baseman for the first down. Oyama stays at first base, and that brings up Ava Arquette. 6'4", 200-pound freshman from the University of Washington, hitting .340 in his few at-bats here for the AppleSox so far. Actually, no, they're going to say Hallback is staying in there. Okay, so I thought he caught it, but I guess he didn't. We were shielded by the dugout below us, so that is a strikeout for the first down. So my apologies, as I thought that the third baseman caught the ball, but apparently he did not. I heard a glove go smack, but maybe it hit it and fell out. So 1 out for the AppleSox, and that brings up shortstop Ava Arquette. You know, Coyote, you could help me a little bit on that. So Arquette in there now. Shortstop for the AppleSox here tonight. in the right-handed batter's box. And the first pitch put to him by Woodcock swung on a hit the other way. This is going to drop down for a base hit and more. Going to go all the way to the fence. Oyama, lots of speed, rounding third, getting the wave home. He will score on the play, and the throw comes in, but not before an RBI triple for Ava Arquette.
All right, let's make the noise.
Diving attempt out there by Jariah Lewis in right field. He couldn't get to it, and that's a dangerous one to dive at down the line because there's nobody to back you up on that. So give Arquette an RBI as Oyama pedals all the way around from first base, and that'll bring up center fielder Adam Fossil. See, Coyote, we had good luck with you being here and a rally time in the top of the first. That RBI for Arquette is his 11th year for the AppleSox in his 13th game. First pitch is a strike to Fossil, and the count 0-1 to the center fielder for Wenatchee. Next pitch taken inside for strike 2. So Woodcock settling right down after giving up a walk. And an RBI triple with 1 out. And now 0-2 in front of Adam Fossil. Go-ahead run at third base, 90 feet away in Ava Arquette. Pitch to the plate, swung on and hit to the left side of the infield. Right there on the grass to field it is Shea Thomas. He'll throw over to first base in time for the out. So 2 down for the AppleSox, brings up Luke Stuka. 6'2", 210-pound junior from Cal State Northridge, batting .273 on the season for Wenatchee.
Welcome back, Luke.
Luke steps in the left-handed batter's box to face the left-hander on the mound. First pitch is a taken strike on the outside portion of the plate. 0-1 the count on Luke Stuka. Luke just slowly wags that bat behind his head. The curveball here misses outside for a ball 1. Stuka now in his 10th game for the AppleSox. Looking for his first RBI. Chance to pick one up here. This fastball misses low for ball 2. Again, Trey Anna Shandlin is behind home plate calling balls and strikes. Jacob Asher is out there on the base paths. Right now on the grass behind the pitcher's mound with a runner at third base. Pitch on the way to the plate, swung on, a hit hard. That's going to drop in for a base hit. And how about it? Luke Stuka gets his first RBI of the season, driving in Ava Arquette from third on a 2-out base hit. Sharply struck ball to left field by Luke Stuka. The AppleSox still batting here with 2 outs, and that'll bring up C.J. Horn. Catcher from Ball State, 5'9", 210 pounds, batting .255 on the season. Wind again blowing out to right here tonight at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. Pitch is swung on and missed. A hefty cut there by Horn, who was out in front of that off-speed pitch. 0-1 the count to Horn.
Go, CJ.
This pitch swung on and hit to left field, and this is a long run in foul territory and will fall foul for strike 2 as Cam Edwards was giving chase but just couldn't quite get there in time. By the way, Joel Norman does a fantastic job of giving you the breakdown. The AppleSox have done well this season when scoring in the first inning. These 2 runs here make it 24 and 25 runs scored in the first inning in West Coast League play this year. Still not done yet. C.J. Horn back in the right-handed batter's box as Nick Woodcock looks into Ontiveros for the sign. This pitch is high and away. Kind of dancing over there at first base was Luke Stuka. Maybe got the attention of the pitcher, took his mind off of the glove of his catcher for a moment. So the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes on C.J. Horn. Horn back and ready. Woodcock ready, and the lefty's delivery bounces in for ball 2. Wenatchee, when they score first, 6-3 on the season. When they score last, 3-9. They don't get a chance to score first here because they're home, but they do score 2 runs to take a 2-1 lead as we head to the second inning as C.J. Horn strikes out. So 2 runs on 2 hits. 1 man is left. And we'll head to the second. It's a 2-1 Wenatchee lead. You're watching AppleSox Baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
The road can be a crazy place. Uh-oh! That's why Les Schwab Tires fixes brakes, steering, and more. And those guys don't. Keep driving. I'm just glad Les Schwab puts my safety first, so I can backseat drive with confidence.
Hit the road safely with Les Schwab and save up to $150 when you buy select tires with financing. Les Schwab Tires, celebrating 70 years of doing the right thing.
When your heating or cooling system is giving you trouble, call the diagnostic doctor from Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning.
Here's the culprit right here.
All joking aside, when you call Dick's, you're calling 35 years of experience at customer service right here in the Wenatchee Valley. Dick's strongly believes in repairing before replacing, and they service all major brands of HVAC units.
AppleSox Baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel, brought to you in part by AmeriCorps, Chelan Douglas Community Action Council, now accepting applications for service members. Apply online at cdac.org/AmeriCorps. Also by Apple Valley Honda. Test drive a new Honda today at Apple Valley Honda in East Wenatchee. Apple Valley Honda, proud to be a Honda Green dealer. Riley Sinclair continues his warm-up tosses as we head to the top of the second inning. Due up here for the Falcons will be Mike Montreza, Shea Thomas, and Jariah Lewis. That's the 6, 7, and 8 batters here for Kelowna. Again, the Falcons come in with a record of 7-9 in West Coast League play. That would be good enough for just a slot ahead of Wenatchee. In fact, tied for 4th in the West Coast League's North Division, 6.5 games back of Bellingham. Kamloops in second coming into tonight, 5 games back. Victoria, Nanaimo, and Kelowna all 6.5 games back. Wenatchee coming into tonight, 7 games back. Again, that is the first half standings in the North Division. First pitch to Montreza is in the dirt for a ball. 1-0 the count to the shortstop here for Kelowna. 6'1", 195-pound junior from Trinity University. Wears number 13 on his back. This pitch swung on and a fly ball to right field. Over to his left, tapping his glove on his thigh was Grant Sherrod, and he'll make the catch for the out. So 1 out here for the Falcons, and that'll bring up Shea Thomas. There's 1 out for the Falcons in their first inning when Cam Edwards got aboard on a weird base hit, infield base hit up the first baseline, and then scored with 2 outs on an RBI double that went to the wall by C.J. Richmond. Wenatchee coming right back in their part of the first to score 2 runs. This pitch swung on and fouled back, and a count 0-1 on Shea Thomas. Third baseman is 6'3", 190 pounds out of southeast Louisiana. He's a junior there. Hear the wind whipping in our microphones once again here this evening. Although with the warm temperatures, the wind doesn't feel too bad right now. Shortstop over to his left is Arquette. His throw to first base in time on the putout. 6-3 on the play by Ava Arquette on the assist there. And that's 2 down here for Kelowna in the second. Brings up right fielder Jariah Lewis. Lewis batting .295 coming in. He's a 6'1", 180-pound freshman from San Jose State. A lot of lefties in the lineup here against the righty on the mound. And Riley Sinclair. First of 3 games between these 2 teams, and first of 6 games over the next 10 days between these two clubs. 2 down here in the second, and this pitch is a fastball strike called to Jariah Lewis. 0-1 the count. Hope you can come out to the ballpark here sometime this week. 3 games here against Kelowna, 3 against Bend coming up this weekend to celebrate Independence Day. We've got fireworks on plan for Saturday night. This pitch is ripped right to the shortstop, and Arquette bends down to make the catch, and that'll do it. A 1-2-3 story for Kelowna in their second. We'll head to the bottom of the second. Wenatchee on top 2-1. You're watching AppleSox baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
The new Hummer EV is everything you want in an all-electric vehicle. It's powerful, reliable, comfortable, and will take you anywhere you want to go, on-road or off. Why buy one of those lesser EVs when you can have one that uses them for traction? Order your Hummer pickup or SUV today from Sangster Motors, batteries included.
To the bottom of the second we go. Wenatchee leading it by a score of 2-1. You're watching AppleSox baseball here tonight on the NCWLIFE Channel. Brandon Ponce, Xander Orahudis, and Grant Sherrod due up here in the second. The 7-8-9 batters for Wenatchee to face Nick Woodcock. Again, Woodcock came in with a 1.44 earned run average, so the 2 runs he gave up here in the first inning, a little bit unlike his summer so far for Kelowna, with a record of 4-2 coming into the game tonight. Woodcock always working from the stretch, lefty on the mound, working on the first base side of the rubber. Gets the sign from his catcher, C.J. Ontiveros, and the first pitch of this inning is in there for a strike at the count 0-1 on Brandon Ponce. Brandon, by the way, spelled B-R-A-N-D-H-A-M, Ponce, P-O-N-C-E. Leading off the second for Wenatchee. A swing and a miss on the strike 2. Ponce coming in with a 208 batting average. A 6'3", 225-pound junior from Washington State University. Listed as both an infielder and a pitcher for the AppleSox and for Washington State. This pitch swung on and hit on a soft line right to the left, or to the left of the infield to Shea Thomas. And 1 out here in the inning, and the around the horn came back to Thomas, and he missed it, and it went into the AppleSox dugout. So immediately that draws the ire and mocking of the Wenatchee dugout.
Now batting number 5, Xander Orahudis.
So Xander Orahudis now steps up, batting .333. He's the DH tonight for Wenatchee. 5'10", 175-pound senior from Jamestown. It's a great thing about summer collegiate baseball, Wenatchee AppleSox baseball, is you've got young men from all around the country that are coming here for a couple of months in the summertime, and they stay with host families while they're here and make sometimes lifelong connections with those host families. This pitch swung on and hit in the air to left field, and that's going to be caught on a line by Cam Edwards out there. Line out to left for the second out, and that'll bring up Grant Sherrod. Well, it was a 1-2-3 story for Kelowna in their second. Now the Falcons trying to return the favor in Wenatchee's second.
Now batting number 26, Grant Sherrod.
So Grant steps up, batting .227 on the season. 6'3", 210-pound junior from South Carolina upstate. I got to do the research there. I don't know, is there a South Carolina downstate? This pitch taken for a strike, 0-1 the count. on Grant Sherrod? Or would it be North Carolina downstate, since it's South Carolina upstate? I don't know. This pitch swung on and fouled off of the catcher's glove, and the count goes quickly 0-2 on Grant Sherrod. Now, we may have a visitor coming up in the third inning. Young man who's not in the lineup here tonight for Wenatchee is Enzo Apodaca. He was injured over the weekend in that trip to Canada. Expected to possibly be back and ready in the lineup tomorrow. So we might have a visit from him coming up in the third. Swing and a miss for Sherrod to end the inning. 3 up, 3 down story for Wenatchee. We head to the third, and it is Wenatchee up 2-1 over Kelowna. You're watching AppleSox baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Are you a take charge kind of person? Consider a career as a health unit coordinator. You'll work to keep health facilities running efficiently by coordinating medical providers, patients, and departments. The Charter College Certificate in Health Unit Coordinator program can get you up to speed on basic patient care, health records management, health and safety procedures, and medical billing. And the 10-month online program includes a computer you keep. Get started at chartercollege.edu, where we work to get you to work.
Hello, my name is Brian Brett, the Fire Chief for Chelan County Fire District 1, and I just wanted to talk about how amazing our Rivercom team is. They are intentional, purposeful, and skillful in everything they do, and they are the best at what they do. How they prepare, how they handle the caller, how they coordinate the emergency services, and how they push themselves to be the best. This is the kind of spirit that our Rivercom telecommunicators have. Our community needs you, we need you, we admire you, you're our lifeline.
You're watching AppleSox baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel, and we're looking at the camera crossover at the dugout over there on the third base side. I've got Enzo Apodaca joining us now out of Gonzaga, back again for a second summer with Wenatchee. Welcome back.
Hey, thank you.
You got back just in time to screw your hand up.
I did, yeah. Yeah, that's unfortunate.
So when did that happen? Last week you guys are up north?
Yeah, when we were playing Edmonton, first game, I hit a ground ball in the infield. Was trying to beat it out, slid out first, head first, jammed it, caught it on the corner, but I got a base hit out of it, though, so it paid off.
So, yeah, you sacrificed for the cause, right?
There you go, yeah.
Did you stay in the game, or did you come out?
I did, stayed in the whole game.
Did you really?
Yeah. I ended up getting another hit, too, so.
Oh, man. Well, CJ Ontiveros will start it off here for Kelowna as they are up in the third. Wenatchee on top 2-1. And Riley Sinclair's first pitch misses inside for ball one, 1-0. So, was it a big decision to come back? I know you guys had another successful year at Gonzaga. You got a chance to play a lot more this year, so congratulations on that. Did you have choices about where to play this summer, or was it no-brainer on going back to Wenatchee?
Yeah, for us, the way things work here at Gonzaga is the coaches pick where you go.
Okay.
So I didn't really have any say in where I wanted to go. I just got a text one day from one of our coaches. He's like, hey, you're going to be back at Wenatchee this summer. And I was like, sweet, I love it there. I didn't have any complaints.
This pitch taken for a strike by Ontiveros. Count goes to 2-1. Riley Sinclair working here in the third, talking with Enzo Apodaca. Now, I got to ask you about your name. That is not a name that we hear every day of the week. I assume that's Enzo. Is that a family name?
No, not. I mean,
you didn't have a relative that had Enzo as a name? Or?
I did not. No.
This pitch taken for a strike. Count goes to 2-2. So Apodaca, what is that? Italian? Is it Greek? Is it?
It's Mexican.
Mexican?
Yes.
It is?
Yes, I think it's Mexican.
Okay.
I'm half Mexican.
Okay.
So
Apodaca. See, I would have guessed that to be Italian or something along those lines. A check swing, and they're going to say, oh, he didn't go. Oh, my. Looked like he went there, but count stays at 3 balls and 2 strikes on CJ Ontiveros visiting with Enzo Apodaca. So is Enzo short for something, or is it just Enzo?
Just Enzo. My parents actually named me from when they were first married. They went to a movie one time, and one of the main characters was named Enzo. They looked at each other and said, hey, if we ever have a boy, we're going to name him Enzo.
That's awesome.
I always forget what the name of that movie was, but that's how my name originated from. Yeah.
Okay. Strikeout looking to Ontiveros to start off the inning for Sinclair. So back to the top of the order for Kelowna. Jake Steele will now come up. Summer Collegiate Baseball. This is your second summer in Wenatchee. First of all, do you like Wenatchee? Did you like coming here and playing last summer?
Oh, absolutely. I loved it. I thought the town was amazing. Fans loved it, and I really just enjoyed it, and I was really stoked coming back here.
I was just talking, kind of giving folks that aren't familiar with the baseball here kind of an overview of Summer Collegiate Ball, where it's, it happens across the country, and you go into a town and you play summer baseball and basically don't have any time off. You're playing baseball nearly every day, but stay with host families and things like that, and sometimes those relationships last you a lifetime. How's that relationship been for you here?
Oh, it's been amazing. I'm living with the same host family as I did last summer, and I was able to get super close with them last summer. And when I told them that I was coming back, they were ecstatic, and I just love them so much. Relationships I've probably built will last a lifetime with them. I just love them so much.
See, and for folks that can't see Enzo right now, this is a kid. You see you and you go, your name's Enzo. You look like an Enzo. I mean, you look like somebody that's just got a lot of fire, that's going to just keep things going, and that dive to first base that screwed up your finger, okay, I'm not surprised. That seems like an Enzo kind of play.
Yes, sir. I guess I love to play hard. And just with full intensity right there, just trying to get a leg out of base hit and diving right there. Cost me a little bit of an injury, but it paid off. And, that's just how I play.
So how is that, too? I mean, you run the risk of injuring yourself, like, seriously, your college coach is probably a little concerned. Did you have to text him and say, hey, I kind of dinged up my finger? Or?
Yeah, they know about it. They're just saying, all right, just make sure to rest up and not try to come back too early to where it cause a longevity damage. They're not too concerned.
Okay. Well, that kind of an injury. I mean, you get an arm or a hand or a leg or something like that. That might be a little bit more
that's
serious.
When it's more concerning.
Gotcha. 2-2 count here on Jake Steele, who's 0 for 1 in the game with a ground out to second. So you had a chance to be around the team last year. I know they did not have the success that you wanted. As far as the league is concerned, you're back in it again, basically a whole new club. So how's it look for you?
It's definitely a different experience, but it's not a negative one for sure. Different team, different atmosphere, and I think we got
a different coach.
Right, different coach.
Yeah.
And I think we got something really special coming up after our trip from Canada. We seem to be hot, and
sometimes it takes those road trips to kind of gel as a team, doesn't it?
Yes.
Because you got to hang around with everybody, and I get to know who you are, and it's not just that guy's number 26. Who's that? That kind of a thing. Right.
Yes, sir.
Strikeout swinging on the appeal. So 2 strikeouts for Riley Sinclair here in the third. As Cam Edwards steps up, had a weird base hit in his first at bat. That ball bounces all the way and hits the chest protector of the umpire. 1-0 the count. So you don't really have a lot of time, but Wenatchee, what do you do when you don't have baseball going on?
Let's see. I mean,
you pretty much have baseball going on all the time.
Right, and when we do have our off days, those days are mainly just relaxing, trying to recover, get the body fresh for the next day.
Pitch swung on and chopped over to Oyama at second. Can you hang for another half inning?
I can, of
Okay,
course.
awesome. Enzo Apodaca joining us as the AppleSox retired Kelowna in order 1, 2, 3 here in the third. To the bottom of the third we go. AppleSox lead it 2-1. You're listening to and watching Wenatchee Baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Hi folks, welcome to Save Mart. How can we help you today?
We're looking for a recliner.
Okay, right this way. Go ahead and move this chase on the other side. You can use this one.
Great, I want that one. I like that one.
That's a great choice.
And I want this one as well.
Okay.
And I definitely want this one.
You'll find it at Save Mart. Full service at a low, low price.
Top of the order due up for Wenatchee here in the third. Joichiro Oyama, Matt Hallback, and Ava Arquette. visiting with Enzo Apodaca here on the broadcast as the Sox lead it by a score of 2-1. Oyama, have you gotten to know this guy at all?
Oh, I have.
Between the two of you, you're about the shortest guys on the team. So
that's right. Yeah. So
you got to stick together, right?
Right, we got to stick together. JoJo is an incredible guy, great person, and I just love watching him play.
Just looking at him early season and kind of sizing him up as a player, he seems kind of like you're kind of a player. I mean, just scrappy, just let's do whatever we can to get on base and get runs in.
Yes, sir. I love him so much. He's a great baseball player.
Oyama walked and scored Wenatchee's first run on the triple by Ava Arquette. How weird is it not to be in the lineup for you?
It's definitely, it takes some getting used to, especially coming off of the spring. I played every game there. Last summer, too, I played majority of the time. It's definitely some getting used to. I don't really like it, but it is what it is. I'm willing to take any advantage of what I can, whether it's helping other guys out or learning more about the game from a different perspective.
So COVID, I know, interrupted a lot of guys' baseball's world here a couple years ago. Are we back to normal? Is it normal yet? I mean, you didn't play a lot. I know your first year at Gonzaga. You got a chance to play this year. Does it feel like it's kind of normal again?
Yes, I would say just about. I would say next year it would be just about to be back to being normal. There's still some slight restrictions and regulations, obviously from COVID. But, yes, we're right around that corner.
I'm sure you've had it on your team. We see some guys here in the West Coast League that actually extended their careers because of COVID, because you got that extra year, so it's almost like another redshirt add-on to the end of it. You got some 6-year seniors. This pitch swung on a miss by Oyama, so he's gone on the strikeout. One out here in the third brings up Matt Hallback. That's got to be, I guess there's kind of a double-edged sword there. It's good because you get to hang around guys you know, but then again, there's freshmen, maybe incoming guys that don't have a room on the roster now, right?
Right. That was, I would say, that was me last year, my freshman year. A bunch of returners coming back from COVID. But I'm also really thankful for it as well, because some of the relationships that I made with my teammates on Gonzaga, I would have never made if COVID didn't happen.
So what do you want to do with your life? You want to play baseball?
I want to play baseball. That's the main goal right now. That's where my tunnel vision is right now.
Swinging a high fly ball to center field, backing up as Jake Steele's kind of playing with the wind, and the wind takes it out of his glove, off of his shin, rounding second, heading for third, Hallback, and he will go headfirst in with a one out. Now we'll see if they call out an error or a base hit. They're going to call that an error. Well, I don't know. That was wind aided. You play center field here. How tough is it sometimes when this wind swirls like that?
It's a little tricky. It definitely plays with your head a little bit. Sometimes carries, sometimes it dies. But you just got to watch the ball carefully, know where the pitcher is trying to pitch these guys, and just adjust based off of.
I think the last broadcast we did, you guys were playing against Bellingham. You had a ball out there in right center that I think twisted you about 4 times. You looked like you came out of the washing machine after that.
Yeah, that's right. Like I said, it could be a little tricky up there, but that's baseball.
Ava Arquette steps up. He has a triple and a run scored. Wenatchee threatening here in the third as they lead it 2-1. Enzo Apodaca joining us here on the broadcast. So what about schooling? What are you majoring in at Gonzaga?
I'm a sports management major with a minor in promotions, and I really enjoy it so far. So I think I'm gonna stick with that.
So what comes of that degree? What do you do with that?
Any work in the front office, potential general management of a professional team. I saw at first I wanted to go into business, but I loved sports so much that I couldn't see myself not working in the industry. And I really enjoy it.
Run scores, by the way, on the infield ground ball by Ava Arquette, 6-3 on the putouts, and giving him an RBI as Hallback comes home to score. The AppleSox now lead it 3-1, and that brings up center fielder Adam Fossel. So let's see, I'm trying to remember where home is for you. You're down in Arizona, right?
That's right.
Okay. So you're going to go back home? Do you like the Northwest? I mean, you've been around a couple of years now. Do you have a place where you want to go?
I
mean, if provided baseball doesn't work out for you and all that.
I'm not too sure yet, to be honest. I know coming out of high school that I wanted to leave home, get out of the heat there. I definitely, the winters in Spokane was definitely taking some time to adjust for me.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure yet if I want to go home or stay in the Pacific Northwest.
Did you get? We had 3 feet of snow last summer at one point here in Wenatchee. Did you guys get that much, or?
No, we didn't.
Okay.
Actually, yeah, we got a decent amount in November, but that was about it.
Okay. So how is Gonzaga? There's some parents that are listening that, they think about schools to send their kids to. Of course, Gonzaga is not cheap by any stretch of the imagination, but I hear nothing but great things about the institution as far as the education is concerned.
Yeah, I love it there. It's really the perfect fit for me. I wanted to go somewhere where I didn't just feel like a number at a university. And Gonzaga was the perfect size, not too big, not too small as well.
Now, did baseball help you get to Gonzaga?
It did, yes.
Okay, that's fantastic. 3-1 pitch here, swung on and chop over the mound to the shortstop. In on it is Montreza. His throw to first base is in time. The AppleSox do get a run on an error, and nobody left on. We'll head to the 4th inning of play. It is a 3-1 Wenatchee lead. Enzo Apodaca, thank you very much for taking the time. Appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you.
And stay healthy the rest of the summer.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Thank you.
We'll come back with more. You're watching AppleSox Baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
You love to help others. You need a solid career. You can have it all with help from Charter College. Our 10-month medical assistant program prepares you to work in healthcare settings like physician offices, rehab centers, and clinics. You'll learn to take patient vitals, assist with exams, administer injections, and maintain medical records. When you're ready to launch a rewarding healthcare career, visit chartercollege.edu because we work to get you to work.
When the people you serve are your friends and family, you see the world a bit differently. You understand that your survival depends on the health and strength of your relationships. Your word is your reputation, and that doing the right thing is the only way of life that matters. At Confluence Health, we remain humble. Trust is a gift that is earned, a privilege, an honor. And we remain grateful for the trust you place in our hands.
Thanks once again to Enzo Apodaca for joining us here on the broadcast on the NCWLIFE Channel. As we head to the 4th inning of play, Wenatchee leading it 3-1 over Kelowna. Due up here in the 4th for the Falcons, Connor Palmera, CJ Richmond, and Kenji Suzuki. Numbers 3, 4, and 5, as Riley Sinclair has done a nice job after giving up a run in the first on a couple of base hits. Since then, he has shut down Kelowna in order. In fact, after that double, he has retired the next 7 batters he has faced, 3 of which by strikeout. As Palmera steps up, he flew out to center in his first at bat, 0 for 1 here tonight. The first pitch to him is a strike called. 0-1 the count to Connor Palmera. Our broadcast brought to you in part by Bob's Burgers and Brew. Only the best, open daily for lunch and dinner in East Wenatchee. Sinclair looking in, working from the stretch. Right-hander's delivery to the plate, swung on and hit hard but foul. Past Ponce over there at third base, and the count goes to 0-2. Our broadcast also a presentation of Global Car Care. ASC certified technicians will take good care of your vehicle, whether you need general maintenance or have a European specialty car. You can count on Global to keep your car on the road. 0-2 count to Palmera. Sinclair's worked into a nice groove here, now standing in the shadows out there on the mound here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. This pitch is in the dirt outside, try to get Palmera to go after one there, and the count a ball and 2 strikes. Let's get you up to date on what's happening around the West Coast League as far as the scoreboard is concerned. All games are underway, or should be by now. Springfield is leading Corvallis in the top of the 4th, 2-0. Ridgefield and Portland are tied in the bottom of the 4th at 2-2. This pitch, strike 3 called, gone looking, is Palmera to start off the 4th inning of play. And that is the 4th strikeout here by Riley Sinclair, and that'll bring up C.J. Richmond. Richmond drove in the Falcons' only run back in the first on a hard hit double that went on a couple of hops all the way to the wall out in left center field. So he's 1 for 1. Nobody aboard here. Big, strong man in the left-handed batter's box with the wind blowing out to right here. It's a shorter porch out to right field. The pitch to him is a strike on the outside corner, 0-1 the count. I was talking before the ball game. I went out to home plate. I've got a digital rangefinder and was able to actually range the corners here and to the deepest part in center field. Swing and a foul tip out of the glove of the catcher. The count 0-1 to C.J. Richmond. It is officially 3:30 to left here. 4:05 into straightaway center field and 3:25 to right. 0-2 count to Richmond. Sinclair with a big deep breath, and the pitch to the plate is a little bit outside, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. There's a big pine tree that's over by the concession stand, and as the sun sinks here in Wenatchee, it creates a shadow across the middle of the diamond right now, enveloping the pitcher's mound and first base. The 1-2 pitch is a little low and inside for ball 2. Riley Sinclair making his second start of the summer for Wenatchee. So giving up just the 1 run on 2 hits so far. 2-2 with 2 down here, or 1 out in the 4th. And the pitch to Richmond on the way. Swung on at a fly ball to deep right center field. Back on the ball is center fielder Adam Fussell, and he has room to make the catch out there for the out. He gave it a drive, but the park holds it. And that'll bring up second baseman Kenji Suzuki. Other scores from around the West Coast League. Walla Walla leads Yakima Valley 3-2. That's in the bottom of the 3rd. Bottom of the 2nd in Bend, the Bells leading yet again. They're up 2-0 on the Elks. Bottom of the 3rd in Victoria, Harbor Cats all over Cowlitz so far, 7-3. And Port Angeles at home tonight against Nanaimo, leading in the bottom of the 3rd by a score of 1-0. It is 3-1 here. Wenatchee on top of Kelowna. And an 0-1 count to Suzuki as he fouled the first pitch off. Riley Sinclair ready, and the 0-1 pitch on the way is a little inside with that fastball. Gets the groan of the crowd as well as the AppleSox dugout beneath me. 1-1 the count to Suzuki. Winds have settled down a little bit, not nearly what they were to start the game. This pitch, a swing and a miss, and the count goes to 1-2. But I'll tell you, Riley Sinclair has found something after that first frame. The final strikeout of Suzuki back in the 1st, and he struck out 4 since then, looking to get another 3 up, 3 down, and retire the 8th Falcon in a row. Riley Sinclair delivers. Little low for ball 2. Mike Montreza, shortstop, waiting on deck here for Kelowna. 1 run, 2 hits, 1 error for the Falcons. 3 runs, 2 hits, and no errors for Wenatchee. 2-2 the count to Kenji Suzuki. Man who wears number 6 on his back, ready for the pitch. It's on the way, and it's fouled into the AppleSox dugout. Count stays at 2-2. Suzuki again just playing in his 3rd game for Kelowna this summer. Went 1 for 3 in his first 2 games for the Falcons. He's 0 for 1 here tonight. The 2-2 pitch again on the way from Sinclair. Strike 3 called. Gone looking is Suzuki. And 5 strikeouts now for Sinclair. 8 retired in a row. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th. Wenatchee on top 3-1. You're watching AppleSox Baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
When you call Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, you're calling on 35 plus years of experience in the Wenatchee Valley. Spending extra time in your home, you may have discovered an unwanted aroma. Stinky feet, pets, who knows what. Call Dick's today about installing their Train Clean Effects electronic air cleaner or a Rheem Halo ultraviolet air purifier. Either way, the air quality in your home will be improved. Proudly servicing all of North Central Washington, call 884-6444 today.
Come on, I'm a certified technician. I was trained to take good care of you.
9. I've only been to the dealer.
I've been coming here for years. These guys are great.
Look around. The BMW, the Jag, the Volvo, they're all waiting for regular service. Well, the BMW has a little computer issue, but that's nothing we can't handle. Come on in.
From regular maintenance to computer troubleshooting, trust the Global Car Care technicians with your import, diesel-powered, or domestic vehicle. Global Car Care. They speak your car's language.
Dankeschön.
Jen Batt and Tyler Fuller.
You're watching AppleSox baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel as we head to the bottom of the fourth inning. And Luke Stuka, C.J. Horn, and Brandon Ponce do up for the AppleSox, who lead it by a score of 3-0. Wenatchee fell behind in the first on an RBI double by C.J. Richmond. That scored Cam Edwards with the first round of the ball game. Wenatchee, though, came back in their part of the first on an RBI triple by Ava Arquette, and then an RBI single by Luke Stuka. That made it 2-1 Wenatchee. The Sox added another run in the third when Matt Hallback got aboard on an error on the center fielder. Wynn kind of played with the ball. It's kind of a hard luck error given to the center fielder, but Hallback ended up at third on the play and then scored on a ground out by Arquette to make it 3-1. Stuka takes the first pitch for ball one, 1-0 the count. Luke is 1 for 1 with an RBI single back in the first as he lined a shot to left field. 1-0 pitch is swung on and fouled back, and the count even at 1-1 strike. Our broadcast brought to you in part by Harvest Valley Pest Control, your guide to a pest-free life. Harvest Valley Pest Control uses kid and pet-safe material. Call 509-797-0090 for a free estimate. 1-1 the count to Stuka, and the pitch by Woodcock swung on and chopped foul up the first baseline, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Again, Nick Woodcock on the mound getting the start here for Kelowna. Has gone 3+ now. Allowed the 2 runs, make that 3 runs, only 2 of which were earned. Pitch to the plate, high and outside for ball 2. 2-2 the count. Sox with just 1 strike, make that 2 strikeouts here in the frame, make that 3. 3 by Woodcock. That gives him 25 on the season. Left-hander's delivery swung on and missed, and out of the glove of the catcher. They're going to say it was a foul ball. So the count stays at 2-2. Thought maybe he swung and missed, but the umpire says he fouled it off into the glove of the catcher, and then it bounced out. So he's still alive on a foul ball. 2-2 pitch, curveball misses outside. Good job of watching that one by Luke. So the count runs full to the Sox first baseman. This pitch is missing for ball 4, so a leadoff walk as Wenatchee gets the leadoff man aboard for the second time here in the ball game off of Nick Woodcock, and that'll bring up C.J. Horn. Horn struck out swinging in the first to end it for Wenatchee.
Now batting our catcher, C.J. Horn.
So a runner at first base for Wenatchee with nobody out here in the fourth, and the first pitch swing and a miss, and I could feel the air off that bat on the swing by C.J. Horn. He was looking to ride one out to left field. 0-1 the count to C.J. Senior Ball State hit .232 for Ball State this year with 2 home runs, 10 RBIs. A swing and a miss here, and the count goes to quickly 0-2 on CJ. Horn coming in this summer batting .255 on the summer so far, and 47 plate appearances before tonight. 0-2 the count to him. Woodcock's delivery is fastball low and outside for ball 1. It's a hard take right there, but Horn lets it go by. First responders night here tonight at the ballpark. Good crowd on hand on recognition of first responders. Pitch swung on a hit foul down the right field line. That's out of play. So the count stays at 1 ball and 2 strikes on C.J. Horn. Beautiful night here at the ballpark. Just very comfortable temperatures as opposed to a couple of weeks ago when we were here with the wind blowing and cold. It was cold. We were all teeth chattering by the end of it. Pitch to the plate, swung on and golfed into left field, but right at the left fielder, Cam Edwards. He'll just camp and make the catch for the out. One out here in the inning. Stuka stays at first base. That brings up third baseman Brandon Ponce. Brandon 0 for 1 with a soft line out to Shea Thomas at third, back in his first plate appearance in the second. One on, one out for Wenatchee, leading it 3-1. Ponce in the right-handed batter's box against the left-handers. Delivery swung on and fouled back. Wenatchee being very aggressive at the plate here tonight so far. Mariners looking to bounce back tonight after a awful night last night, falling to Baltimore 9-2 at T-Mobile Park. They are in the bottom of the second in Seattle, scoreless so far. Of course, that game getting underway just about a half hour ago. Two and one to count to Ponce here. He's back in and ready. Short lead by Stuka at first. And the pitch to the plate, swung on and missed. The runner from first goes, and the throw down easy on a strike him out, throw him out. And that'll do it for Wenatchee. So it turns out to be a 1-2-3 story in the fourth. We'll head to the fifth inning of play. Wenatchee on top 3-1. You're watching AppleSox Baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
911, what is the address of your emergency?
Yes, it's me. It's my husband. I think is there something the matter with him?
It was a feeling that I'll never forget, like being able to meet them and know that he survived.
Okay, tell me what's happening. Is he conscious?
No, he's not.
Okay, take a deep breath for me. I'm getting you help.
Rivercom means to me that I still have my husband here with me. They're the ones that guided me through saving his life.
I'm Brian Thorpe, and I'm proud to say that Global Car Care is growing. We always do the right thing, and because of that, we're busy, and it's time to hire an experienced automotive technician. We spend as much time with our coworkers as we do our own family. I want them to understand they're not a number here. They're a person with a family, and I want them to be part of this family too. Do you want an owner that understands and respects what you do every day? I'm that guy. Our compensation is the best in the area. I want you to have your career with us.
You're watching AppleSox Baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel. To the fifth inning we go. Mike Montreza, Shea Thomas, and Jariah Lewis due up here in the fifth for the Falcons, the 6, 7, and 8 batters. 3-1 our score. AppleSox Baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel, brought to you in part by JDSA Law, a full-service law firm committed to your journey in life. Also by Many Blinds and More, specializing in custom blinds, shades, draperies, exterior awnings, and sunscreens with unmatched customer service. That's Many Blinds and More. Riley Sinclair has done a fantastic job. In fact, after giving up a run in the first inning, has retired the last 3, 6, 9 batters he has faced. And the first pitch here is ball one to Mike Montreza. Montreza started off the second flying out to right field for the out, so he's 0 for 1 here tonight. The 1-0 pitch is a little outside for ball two. 2-0 the count. Montreza batting just 154 coming into the game here tonight. Ahead in the count. 2-0 pitch is a strike with a fastball, hefty fastball, and that has been a money pitch here for Riley Sinclair so far in this ball game. 5 strikeouts here as he's into the fifth inning. 2-1 to count to Montreza. Pitch to the plate is a little bit low for ball 3. You don't want to give him the announcer's jinx, but to this point so far, Riley Sinclair has not walked the batter, but has fallen behind Montreza here in the 5th. 3-1 pitch by the right-hander on the way, bounces in for ball 4. So yes, what did I do? Gave him the jinx. So a runner aboard here for Kelowna to start off the 5th. That's their first base runner since C.J. Richmond was aboard with a double back in the 1st. Little discussion between C.J. Horn and Mr. Sinclair on the mound before they deliver a next pitch to Shea Thomas. Montreza down there at first base. You know, we talked about how he hasn't really had a lot of at-bats, batting just 154 on the season. He does not have a stolen base so far. But Kelowna have been pretty aggressive on the base paths when they've had runners on the base paths. Stolen base back in the 1st by Cam Edwards. So 1 on, and Shea Thomas now steps up. First pitch goes all the way to the backstop. So a wild pitch will put a runner in scoring position as Montreza easily gets down to second base on the play. That long discussion between the catcher C.J. Horn and Riley Sinclair was probably about a bunt situation, possibly. In that situation, well, now the bunt is off as Shea Thomas can swing away. Infield drawn in on the corners, and Joichiro Oyama also close to the bag at second. Curveball here misses, and they want to check to see if he swung. The base umpire Jacob Asher says no, he did not, and the count goes to 2-0 on Shea Thomas. Thomas is 0 for 1. He grounded out to short in the 2nd. Ava Arquette ready for a ball to maybe come his way again. We've got a timeout here as going to get a little discussion on the mound. Make sure that Riley Sinclair is okay in this situation. And a tight game here. Meanwhile, they do have a reliever warming up down in the bullpen area for the AppleSox. And provided the numbering scheme is correct, that's Jake Putnam that's down there warming up in the bullpen. Again, Riley Sinclair for Wenatchee. This is his longest duration on the mound this season. He went 2 innings at Victoria and an 8-6 win last week. And his first appearance, he lasted just an inning and a 1/3. So his longest duration on the mound here so far. As it looks like he might have a little tightness out there. He's stretching that throwing arm. Don't like to see that. 2-0 the count here to Shea Thomas as he's back in the right-handed batter's box and ready. Pitch by Sinclair bounces in for a ball, and the count goes to 3-0. We'll see if he wiggles that right arm anymore in between pitches. Little bit of a shrug of the shoulder. We'll keep a close eye on Riley Sinclair. Make sure that the 6'4", 200-pound junior from Seattle University is all right. 3-0 the count here. And Sinclair's delivery is in there for a strike, and the count goes to 3-1. They're quickly trying to warm up a man behind him down in the bullpen, and Jake Putnam. Runner in scoring position, nobody out for Kelowna here in the 5th. 3-1 pitch, swung on and missed. Brandon Ponce, the runner from second, ran to third, and no throw from the pitcher. Sinclair was on the mound. He was on the rubber, so the runner can go at their own risk. And he does, and give him a stolen base without the benefit even of a throw. 3-2 count to Thomas, meanwhile. Pitch on the way. Chopped foul off of the plate. And C.J. Horn collects it in foul territory to keep it a foul ball. Tying run is at the plate. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Gave me a nervous breakdown when I saw Malcolm Whitehall, our van producer, here at the table with me. I assume that means Josiah Davison is back in the van. At least I hope. Swing and a foul at the plate, and the count stays at 3-2 to Shea Thomas here. So Kelowna with a chance to cut into the lead here. I talked about the wind dying down, and then here it comes whipping through our microphones again. Ruffling the sleeves of Brandon Ponce out there at third base, keeping Mike Montreza close. This pitch is high and inside for ball 4. So now the tying run is aboard for Kelowna, and that will be it for Mr. Sinclair. So we'll have a pitching change. We'll tell you about that pitcher, and we'll tell you about Sinclair's line when we come back after this 2-minute timeout. You're watching AppleSox Baseball here on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Are you dealing with a pest or weed issue and you just don't know what to do?
We use the best pest control methods approved for areas with kids and pets.
Whether it's rats, mice, ants, or spiders,
or something else altogether.
We provide the coaching and solutions you're looking for.
And you can know that your dollars are supporting a local, family-owned and operated business.
Allow us to help you get back to living healthy and pest-free. Harvest Valley Pest Control.
The road can be a crazy place. Uh-oh! That's why Les Schwab Tires fixes brakes, steering, and more. And those guys don't. Keep driving. I'm just glad Les Schwab puts my safety first, so I can backseat drive with confidence.
Hit the road safely with Les Schwab and save up to $150 when you buy select tires with financing. Les Schwab Tires, celebrating 70 years of doing the right thing.
When your heating or cooling system is giving you trouble, call the diagnostic doctor from Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning.
here's the culprit right here.
All joking aside, when you call Dick's, you're calling 35 years of experience at customer service right here in the Wenatchee Valley. Dick's strongly believes in repairing before replacing, and they service all major brands of HVAC units.
New pitcher on the mound for the Wenatchee AppleSox is Jake Putnam, a 6'5", 205-pound sophomore out of Santa Clara University. Right-hander takes over here for Riley Sinclair, who goes 4+ tonight. Right now has allowed the 1 run on 2 hits, 5 strikeouts, couple of walks, but the 2 men on the base paths are his responsibility as Mr. Putnam takes over. Jake making his 4th appearance, make that 3rd appearance for Wenatchee this summer. No record so far, a 7.71 earned run average. Last pitched at Victoria in a 9-4 win. He went 3 innings, allowed 3 runs, 3 hits. Struck out 5 and walked 2. His first appearance was against Bellingham at a 10-2 loss to the Bells. Went an inning and 2/3. Gave up 1 run earned on 1 hit. So Putnam inherits a mess here with runners on the corners and nobody out. The first pitch to Jariah Lewis misses for a ball. 1-0 the count to Lewis. He is 0 for 1 with a line out to short. And the second. 2 on. 2-run lead for Wenatchee, tenuous right now. Putnam ready, and the right-hander's pitch to the plate is a fastball low and inside for ball 2. Mike Montreza started the inning off with a walk. Shea Thomas then walked. By the way, Montreza moved to second on a wild pitch. He got to third on a stolen base. Now runners on the corners with nobody out, to the 2-0 count here to the batter, and the pitch misses low for ball 3. 3 walks so far for Jake Putnam in his innings work for Wenatchee. 4 2/3 coming into tonight. 3-0 pitch is in there for a strike. Snaps the webbing of the glove of C.J. Horn behind the plate. And the count goes to 3-1. Montreza at third. Thomas at first. Jake Putnam with the 3-1 delivery to the plate and swung on a fly ball to shallow center field. In on the ball is Fazal. The runner from third will tag. The throw home is offline, and a run will score on the sacrifice fly. So F8 and an RBI for Jariah Lewis as Montreza scores. It's now 3-2. Bellingham has cut into Wenatchee's lead. 1 out here in the 5th brings up the catcher C.J. Ontiveros. Ontiveros 0 for 1. He was one of the 5 strikeouts by Riley Sinclair. Double play chance here. The shortstop goes to second for 1. The relay to first in time. Just what the doctor ordered. 6-4-3 double play. Kelowna gets a run. They do not leave anybody. We will head to the bottom of the 5th inning. It's now Wenatchee 3, Kelowna 2. You're watching AppleSox Baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
The new Hummer EV is everything you want in an all-electric vehicle. It's powerful, reliable, comfortable, and will take you anywhere you want to go, on-road or off. Why buy one of those lesser EVs when you can have one that uses them for traction? Order your Hummer pickup or SUV today from Sangster Motors, batteries included.
Are you a take charge kind of person? Consider a career as a health unit coordinator. You'll work to keep health facilities running efficiently by coordinating medical providers, patients, and departments. The Charter College Certificate in Health Unit Coordinator program can get you up to speed on basic patient care, health records management, health and safety procedures, and medical billing. And the 10-month online program includes a computer you keep. Get started at chartercollege.edu, where we work to get you to work.
To the bottom of the 5th we go. Wenatchee's lead has been shaved by 1. It's 3-2 now as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. And the 8-9-1 batters in the order for the AppleSox do up. And Xander Orahudos, Grant Sherrod, and Joichiro Oyama. Eric Granstrom coming to you live from Wenatchee, Washington here on the NCWLIFE Channel. As we broadcast live on our website at ncwlife.com, also on our Facebook page. Our broadcast is brought to you in part by Together for Youth. I'd like to encourage you to dispose of unused and expired prescriptions to protect youth and the environment. Find a kiosk near you by visiting medproject.org. Orahudos is 0 for 1 with a line out to left in the 2nd. Came into tonight batting .333 for Wenatchee, the DH in the lineup here tonight for Coach Mitch Darlington. First pitch to him by Woodcock is in there for a strike at a count 0-1 on Orahudos. Talked about Woodcock and his strikeouts coming in. He's got 4 here tonight so far. Lefty's 0-1 pitch swung on and hit back over the mound and past the diving second baseman into center field for a leadoff base hit. So the AppleSox get the leadoff man aboard here for the 3rd time in the ball game. First time on a base hit tonight. And so that's Wenatchee's just their 3rd base hit in the ball game, and that'll bring up right fielder Grant Sherrod. Sherrod's 0 for 1. He struck out in the 2nd. Right fielder for Wenatchee tonight. So Wenatchee gave up around in the top half of the inning, and now a chance to get that run right back. Big gap in the right side of the infield here with Palmera holding Orahudos close to the bag at first, and a swing and a foul back by Sherrod on the first pitch to him. 0-1 to count. Well, you got a guy that throws a lot of strikes, so why not be aggressive at the plate? If he's going to be around the plate with his first pitch, then why not swing at it? That's kind of been the approach by the AppleSox here in this game tonight. 0-1 count to Grant Sherrod. Swing and a fly ball to shallow center field, and this one's going to be caught on a diving play out there by Jake Steels. What a play by the center fielder. Came sprinting in, going down to a knee and sliding across the outfield grass. Makes the catch for the out. So 1 out for Wenatchee. Back to the top of the order for second baseman Joricho Oyama. Oyama is 0 for 1. He walked and scored in the first and struck out in the third. Well, you got speed out there and Orejudos at first base. Speed at the plate in Oyama. See what the AppleSox decide to do here in a 1-run ball game. Tossed over to the bag at first, as Woodcock also believed there might be something up on that pitch had he gone to the plate. Trying to get Orejudos maybe guessing a little bit. And squaring the bunt was Oyama. Fouled it back in the count 0-1 to Joichiro. Good crowd on hand here tonight for first responders night here at the ballpark. Tomorrow night is educators night, and then military appreciation night on Thursday. Pitch to Oyama goes high and inside, and barely able to get that with the end of the glove was Ontiveros. And the count even to Oyama, a 1 ball and 1 strike. Senior at Jamestown, hit 300 in college ball this year. Back in there, and the pitch swung on and fouled back. So staying alive is Oyama, and the count of 1 and 2 strikes. AppleSox mascot Coyote back visiting with us here on the broadcast. Last time you were here, things went well, Coyote, so we're hoping for that again, right? All right. 1 and 2 the count to Oyama with a runner at first base and 1 down in the inning for the AppleSox. Leading at 3-2. Pitch to the plate, swung on, and a fly ball to left field. Back on the ball is Edwards, and he'll make the catch on the run. So 2 down in the 5th for Wenatchee brings up left fielder Matt Hallback. Matt struck out in his first plate appearance and got aboard on an error on the center fielder in the 3rd. I thought that could have easily have gone down as an extra base hit because the wind was really playing havoc for Jake Steels out there. Hallback sets up officially, though, 0 for 2 in the ball game. There is a left-hander starting, left-hander and a right-hander warming up down the bullpen for Kelowna. A curveball here taken for strike 1. 0-1 the count to Hallback. So educator night tomorrow night here at the ballpark, 6:35 game time. Military appreciation night on Thursday to wrap up the series with Kelowna. The runner from first feigns a run. The snap throw down by the catcher not in time, as back is Orejudos, and the count evens to Hallback at 1 ball and 1 strike. Ben comes to town Friday for a weekend series, and don't forget Saturday is fireworks night. Coyote is very excited about fireworks, celebrating Independence Day coming up on Saturday night here at the ballpark. Running for first goes, pitch swung on a miss, throw down to second base, not in time, popping up and running from second to third on the throw that got out to center field is Orejudos. But hang on here. I think the umpire is going to say the batter is out on batter interference. Mitch Darlington asking for an explanation from the home plate umpire before we head to the break here. And the home plate umpire is saying that on the swing by Hallback, he went across the plate and created the interference for the catcher trying to throw down to second. So Hallback is out, batter interference. And that'll do it for Wenatchee in the 5th. So we will head to the 6th inning of play. It is a 3-2 Wenatchee lead. You're watching AppleSox Baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Hello, my name is Brian Brett, the Fire Chief for Chelan County Fire District 1, and I just wanted to talk about how amazing our Rivercom team is. They are intentional, purposeful, and skillful in everything they do, and they are the best at what they do. How they prepare, how they handle the caller, how they coordinate the emergency services, and how they push themselves to be the best. This is the kind of spirit that our Rivercom telecommunicators have. Our community needs you, we need you, we admire you, you're our lifeline.
Hi folks, welcome to Save Mart. How can we help you today?
We're looking for a recliner.
Okay, right this way. Go ahead and move this chase on the other side. You can lift this up time warranty.
Great, I want that one. I would like that one.
That's a great choice.
And I want this one as well.
Okay.
And I definitely want this one.
You'll find it at Save Mart. Full service at a low, low price.
We head to the 6th inning of play, top of the order due up for Kelowna as it's a 3-2 ball game. Tight one here tonight, folks. Jake Steels, Cam Edwards, and Connor Palmera due up here for the Falcons to face reliever Jake Putnam taking over for Riley Sinclair. Final line on Riley, 4+ innings, 2 runs, 2 hits, 2 earned runs, 5 strikeouts, and 2 walks. One of those 2 walks came home to hurt him in that 5th inning of play. First pitch here is a little inside for ball 1 to Jake Steels. He's 0 for 2 tonight. Grounded out to second in the first and struck out swinging in the third. One of the 5 strikeouts by Riley Sinclair. Swing and a miss here on the pitch by Putnam. Hefty fastball. Evens the count to Steels at 1 ball and 1 strike. Steels out of Allen Hancock College. That's something else about summer collegiate baseball. I hear about colleges I've never even heard of before. This pitch swung on a missed. Count goes to 1-2 on Steels as he swung and missed badly at that pitch and had half a grimace, half a smile on his face, knowing that he was fooled on that one. Putnam's 1-2 pitch is inside, missing for ball 2. 2-2. Our next broadcast here on the NCWLIFE Channel of AppleSox Baseball will be on Friday, July 15th. Corvallis in town. This pitch swung on a hit on a hop to the third baseman. Right there is Ponce. A throw to first after a clutch is in time for the out. 5-3 on the putout, and that'll bring up left fielder Cam Edwards. Oh, also don't forget Monday, Dan Kuntz will be somewhere across Walla Walla Point Park. I think he's going to be up on the Town Toyota Center roof. And broadcast live the Wenatchee Valley 4th Independence Day on Monday here on the NCWLIFE Channel, so be sure and tune in for that. Cam Edwards takes the first pitch for a strike. 0-1 the count to Cam. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game with an infield single in the first, and he grounded out to second in the third. 0-1 pitch here, misses in the dirt for a ball. 1-1 the count. So we've got Wenatchee Valley 4th on Monday. Tune in around 9:45, 10 o'clock, something like that. 1-1 pitch is a curveball in there for a strike, and the count goes to 1-2 on Edwards. Next baseball will be Friday, July 15th. Corvallis here in Wenatchee against the Sox. We'll join you at 6:30 that night. And then we'll be back again Tuesday, July 26th. This ball is grounded to Ponce at third. In on the ball, throw to first, in time for the outs. Beautiful play by Ponce. Had to come in on the ball quickly. Edwards with a ton of speed, and he's out at first base. So a couple of putouts here by Brandon Ponce at third base, and that'll bring up first baseman Connor Palmera. Palmera is 0 for 2 in the ball game. Flew out to center in the first and struck out looking in the fourth. First pitch here misses inside for ball 1. 1-0 the count on Palmera. AppleSox Baseball brought to you by That Pizza Place in Cashmere. Call for reservations and mention the $12.99 pepperoni pizza special at That Pizza Place in Cashmere. This pitch swung on and hit in the air to shallow left field. Diving play! What a catch by Matt Hallbeck! Oh my! Somehow able to come in on a dying Quail and able to make the catch, flopping to his chest. Kept the ball in the webbing of his glove. What a web gem there. That'll do it here for Kelowna. In the 6th, 1-2-3 frame to the bottom of the 6th we go. The Sox lead it 3-2. You're watching Wenatchee Baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
You love to help others. You need a solid career. You can have it all with help from Charter College. Our 10-month medical assistant program prepares you to work in healthcare settings like physician offices, rehab centers, and clinics. You'll learn to take patient vitals, assist with exams, administer injections, and maintain medical records. When you're ready to launch a rewarding healthcare career, visit chartercollege.edu because we work to get you to work.
Leading off, Iva Arquette.
To the bottom of the 6 we go. Iva Arquette, Adam Fossil, and Luke Stuka do appear for the AppleSox as they lead at 3-2. Could certainly use some insurance here as Nick Woodcock continues to pitch for Kelowna. Arquette with a RBI triple in the first. He had an RBI sac fly or sac groundout in the third, so he's 1 for 1 in the ball game with a couple of RBIs and a run scored. The 1-0 pitch is swung on and fouled out of play on the first base side. Evens the count to Arquette at 1 ball and 1 strike. Wenatchee coming off a win on Sunday over Edmonton to wrap up that 3-game set in Edmonton. Trying to win their 2nd straight here. This pitch misses low for a ball. 2-1 the count. This pitch swung on and a fly ball to right center field, and this one's going to get out in a gap all the way to the fence. Heading in for seconds with a stand-up double is Iva Arquette.
Oh, yeah.
How about it? Home run and a single. He's got the cycle.
Number 15.
Triple and a double so far for Arquette, and a runner in scoring position for Wenatchee. Brings up Adam Fossil looking for his first base hit tonight. He's grounded out twice to the infield, once to third and once to the shortstop. Arquette takes a lead out there at second base as the right-hander continues to warm up in the bullpen for Kelowna. And this pitch is swung on and fouled into the net behind home plate. The count 0-1 to Adam Fossil. Wenatchee trying to win their 3rd straight. After losing the opener at Edmonton 2-1, they came back and won Saturday 12-2 and Sunday 9-3. So trying to pick up their 3rd victory in a row here. Pitch swung on and hit on a hop, or was it on the air? Let's see. They're going to say it's a soft line out to the first baseman. Kind of in on the hands, jamming Fossil. So 1 out for the AppleSox. Arquette holds at second base, and that brings up Luke Stuka. Stuka is 1 for 1 with an RBI single back of the first. He walked in the 4th. One of just 2 walks here in the ball game for Woodcock. And the first pitch taken outside for ball 1. 1-0 the count to Luke Stuka. Batting .273 coming into the game here tonight. Well, now that the sun has sunk behind some shadows here at Paul Thomas, this pitch high and inside with a fastball. 2-0 the count to Stuka. Wind still rippling the flag in left center field. Much cooler temperatures now. I'm glad I brought a sweatshirt. I'll have to don that in between innings here. 2-0 count to Stuka with a runner at second base. 1 out for the AppleSox at a 3-2 game. Curveball here, strike called, and the count goes to 2-1. Luka took a 2-1 pitch from Woodcock back in the first and laced it into left field for an RBI, scoring Iva Arquette. Now Arquette back in scoring position again here in the 6th. See if they could team up again. This pitch bounces in for a ball. Good stop by Ontiveros, and the count runs to 3-1 on Stuka. First base is open. C.J. Horn waiting on deck for Wenatchee. Stuka back in the left-handed batter's box with a big, wide stance with that right leg a little open. And the pitch by Woodcock. Swung on at a well-hit ball to left field, but right at the left fielder, unfortunately, for the AppleSox. That was smacked hard, but right at Cam Edwards out there. So 2 down for the AppleSox, and that'll bring up catcher C.J. Horn. Horn's looking for his first hit, 0 for 2 tonight. He struck out in the first and lined out to left in the fourth.
Now batting, C.J. Horn.
After tonight, 5 more games left in the first half of the season for the AppleSox. Looks like Bellingham's going to win the first half North Division title. This pitch low and inside for a ball to C.J. Horn, 1-0 the count. Bell's coming into tonight with a 16-5 record, 5 games in front of Kamloops. As we mentioned, just 5 games left in the first half of the schedule. So the Bells pretty good shape to take that first half championship. Pitch swung on, lifted in the air, foul, and out of play down the first base side. Count even to C.J. Horn and 1 ball and 1 strike. Not a bad crowd here tonight at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium for First Responders Night. $2 off Tuesday night as well. The 1-1 pitch from Woodcock. Bounces in for a ball, and another good stop by Ontiveros. Count goes to 2-1. Well, the Mariners obviously last night seemed like they had a little bit of a hangover still from Sunday's brawl with Los Angeles. As we found out the suspensions today. Here's the 2-1 pitch, swung on and missed, and the count even now to C.J. Horn at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Jesse Winker out for 7 games. C.J. Crawford out for 5. Julio Rodriguez out for 2. But 9 coaches and players suspended for the Angels for a total of 33 games. So obviously the Major League Baseball says, yeah, the Angels were responsible for what happened. The 2-2 pitch here, swung on a chop back over the mound. High hop over their second baseman, came up with it, but throws it away. A run is going to score. Ball took a nasty hop to Kenji Suzuki. Suzuki was able to field it. At first I thought that it was going to get over his head, but somehow he's able to collect it. But then the throw to first goes into the dugout. The umpire says it's out of play. And so down to second base on the play goes C.J. Horn. So that'll be an E4 as the run comes around to score. Wenatchee up 4-2 now. Discussion happening on the mound and a pitching change being made. So we will take a break here on the broadcast and come back with that change being made. AppleSox with a runner at second base and 2 outs in the inning, but a run in. We'll come back with more right after this on the NCWLIFE Channel.
When the people you serve are your friends and family, you see the world a bit differently. You understand that your survival depends on the health and strength of your relationships. Your word is your reputation, and that doing the right thing is the only way of life that matters. At Confluence Health, we remain humble. Trust is a gift that is earned, a privilege, an honor. And we remain grateful for the trust you place in our hands.
Come on, I'm a certified technician. I was trained to take good care of you.
9. I've only been to the dealer.
I've been coming here for years. These guys are great.
Look around. The BMW, the Jag, the Volvo, they're all waiting for regular service. Well, the BMW has a little computer issue, but that's nothing we can't handle. Come on in.
From regular maintenance to computer troubleshooting, trust the Global Car Care technicians with your import, diesel-powered, or domestic vehicle. Global Car Care. They speak your car's language.
Dankeschön.
911, what is the address of your emergency?
Yes, it's me. It's my husband. I think there's something the matter with him.
It was a feeling that I'll never forget, like being able to meet them and know that he survived.
Okay, tell me what's happening. Is he conscious? No, he's not. Okay, take a deep breath for me. I'm getting you help.
Rivercom means to me that I still have my husband here with me. They're the ones that guided me through saving his life.
When you call Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, you're calling on 35 plus years of experience in the Wenatchee Valley. Spending extra time in your home, you may have discovered an unwanted aroma. Stinky feet, pets, who knows what. Call Dick's today about installing their Train Clean Effects electronic air cleaner or a Rheem Halo ultraviolet air purifier. Either way, the air quality in your home will be improved. Proudly servicing all of North Central Washington, call 884-6444 today.
I do not know permanent name.
New pitcher in the ball game for the Kelowna Falcons is Cameron Solitz out of Columbia Basin Community College. Hometown is in Kyle, Texas. He's finished his sophomore season at Columbia Basin. He'll take over here for Nick Woodcock with a runner aboard at second base in the form of C.J. Horn and 2 outs. 1 run is in. AppleSox now lead it 4-2 over Kelowna, as Brandon Ponce steps in, and the right-hander's first pitch on the way to him is swung on and hit hard and just foul down the left field line. So that's a long, scary-sounding strike if you're Kelowna. 0-1 the count to Brandon Ponce. Ponce, by the way, is 0 for 2. Soft line out to third in the second, and he struck out swinging in the fourth. Solitz, a 5'10", 165-pounder. Out of CBC. Pitch on the way to the plate is swung on a miss. Hefty swing there by Ponce to the count 0-2. Solitz trying to just shut it down right here with Wenatchee, another runner in scoring position. 2 outs in the inning for Wenatchee. Marquette led it off with a double. He scored on the error on the second baseman Suzuki on a ball hit to him by C.J. Horn, and ball went out of play, so he ends up down at second base where he is right now. The 0-2 pitch from Solitz on the way to the plate is all the way to the backstop, and down to third base trots C.J. Horn on a wild pitch. Catcher C.J. Ontiveros comes out to have a word with his pitcher, make sure they're on the same page here. Woodcock goes 5 2/3. He is responsible for the runner at third base. Although if Horn scores, it'd be an unearned run. So far, 4 runs in the ball game for Wenatchee on 4 hits. They've got 5 errors on the board against Kelowna. I've only got them for 2. 1-2 the count here as Solitz back on the bump. And the pitch on the way swung on a lookout that's headed towards the dugout on the first base side, and the count stays at a ball and 2 strikes. Wenatchee's record when they score 5 runs or more is pretty darn good. They're at 4 runs right now. 1-2 the count remains on Ponce. This pitch in the dirt goes all the way to the backstop. Coming home with C.J. Horn. He will score on a wild pitch. Five to 2 Wenatchee. AppleSox add 2 more here in the 6th inning. When Wenatchee scores 5 or more this season, they're 9-3 in West Coast League play. And now have scored 5 here tonight. And a 2-2 pitch to Ponce on the way, swung on a fly ball to right center field. Back on the ball, the right fielder, and it will be gone. A home run. Brandon Ponce goes yard for Wenatchee. second home run of the season for Brandon Ponce, and he makes it a 6-2 ball game. Well, we talked about it, dead away center field here. It says 408 on the sign, but it's actually 405 to straightaway center. That ball went out to right, so that probably cleared the fence where it's about 399 feet away from home plate. Maybe a little help with the wind here tonight. 3 runs in for the inning for Wenatchee, and that brings up Xander Orejudos. First pitch to him, off speed for a strike, and the count 0-1 on Xander. Xander is 1 for 2 tonight. He lined out to left in the second and singled to center in the fifth. Fastball away, missing for ball 1 here from Solitz. So you can close the book on Woodcock. 4 runs come in on his ledger, but only 2 of those were earned. Fastball here taken for a strike, and the count to Orejudos is 1 ball and 2 strikes. The pitch to Orejudos misses outside for ball 2. 2-2 here from Cameron Solitz, second pitcher of the night for the Kelowna Falcons. Again, Kelowna coming into the ball game tonight with a 7-9 record. They've only played 16 ball games as opposed to the 22 played by Wenatchee. This pitch misses away for ball 3. 3-2 count to Orejudos. Several games in Kelowna and in British Columbia have been ringing down. Not just for the Falcons, but several of the other teams playing in British Columbia so far this early summer. 3-2 pitch on the way, high and inside for ball 4. So he was ahead of him and then lost him, and Orejudos extends the frame for Wenatchee. That'll bring up Grant Sherrod.
Now batting, Grant Sherrod.
Sherrod looking for his first hit of the night. He's 0 for 2, struck out in the second, lined out to center in the fifth. Wenatchee chasing starter Nick Woodcock here in the sixth, adding 3 more runs, and still batting with 2 outs. Pitch on the way to the plate is in there for a strike, and a count 0-1 on Grant Sherrod. Inning began on Arquette's double. After a soft line out in the infield and a line out to left, with 2 outs, C.J. Horn got aboard on a error on Suzuki. Moved to third on a wild pitch and then scored on a wild pitch. And then Brandon Ponce followed with a solo home run to right center. 0-1 pitch here is in the dirt, and from first scampering to second on a stolen base is Orejudos, and the count evens to Sherrod at 1 ball and 1 strike. So Wenatchee still being aggressive on the base paths here, as Coach Mitch Darlington loves to put the game in motion. Evens the count to Sherrod here at 1 ball and 1 strike, so another runner in scoring position for Wenatchee. Solitz ready, and the delivery by the right-hander swung on a miss. He was behind that pitch, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes on the junior from South Carolina Upstate College. Again, we appreciate Joel Norman, voice of the AppleSox on radio and on their streaming videos. PR guy for the Sox. Does a little bit of everything, wears several hats. Spin by the pitcher. Solitz going back to the bag at second was Orejudos. He was a little bit fooled as he was off the mark, but there was nobody to throw the ball to by the pitcher, so he has to eat it. Again, 1-2 the count to Sherrod. Here comes Solitz's next delivery. It's in the dirt, and a nice stop by Ontiveros. And the count evens to Sherrod at 2 balls and 2 strikes. But Joel Norman does a great job of providing us recaps for television for our sports every day on the NCWLIFE Channel, on games that he broadcasts on radio and on their stream. Does a fantastic job for the AppleSox. And another toss to the bag, this time at second, and back there standing is Orahudos. Tag applied by Kenji Suzuki out there, but Orahudos already standing on the bag with his backside facing home plate. 2-2 count to Sherrod. And the pitch to the plate swung on and fisted in the air and back on it. The second baseman can't get it. Rounding third, heading for home, and scoring standing up is Orahudos on an RBI single by Grant Sherrod. Sox extend the lead. 7-2 now, Wenatchee leads. Suzuki was caught in no man's land. He was trying to keep the runner close to the bag at second, so that ball hit just over his glove as he tried to backpedal on it. Really had no chance at that one. And back to the top of the order for the 8th man to come to the plate in the inning, and Joichiro Oyama. Joichiro looking for his first hit tonight. He walked and scored Wenatchee's first run back of the first. Since then, he struck out and flew out. First pitch to him here, swung on, popped up and out of play behind home plate. The count 0-1 on Joichiro Oyama. Appreciate folks watching us on our stream here tonight on the NCWLIFE Channel's Facebook page. We'll have to check in and see who's watching and where you're watching from. We'll catch you up to date on some of the other baseball games that are underway here tonight. Let us know where you're watching, and we'll say hello to you here on the NCWLIFE channel. 1-1 the count to Oyama. 8th man to come to the plate here in the inning for Wenatchee. Sherrod at first base. And the pitch to the plate is a fastball missing away for ball 2. This pitch misses for ball 3. 3-1 the count to Joichiro Oyama. Check us out on our Facebook stream. Appreciate folks watching us there. Mariners still scoreless with Baltimore. They're in the bottom of the 5th. Scoreless game so far. This pitch misses away for ball 4. So that is the second walk in the inning here for the AppleSox against the pitching staff for Kelowna. And looks like we may have another pitching change made here for the Falcons as Solitz came in. His job was to try to get the final out of the inning and has not been able to do so. As they come out to talk to him. Again, the coaching staff for Kelowna, Doug Nochi, the head coach, John Nochi, an assistant, Angelo Loomis, an assistant as well. They're just now getting a right-hander warming up down in the bullpen area, so no pitching change made right here, and Matt Hallbeck will be the 9th man to come to the plate for Wenatchee in this 6th frame. Runners at first and second for Wenatchee, who have scored 4 runs in this inning. Started on a double by Arquette. He came home on an error on the second baseman Suzuki on a ball batted by C.J. Horn. C.J. moved up to second, then to third on a wild pitch. He scored on a wild pitch. This pitch misses, or no, in there for a strike to Hallbeck. 0-1 the count to Matt. Brandon Ponce then followed the first batter to face Cameron Solitz with a solo home run. Orahudos then walked. Moved to second on a stolen base. Scored on Grant Sherrod's RBI single. Joichiro Oyama then walked. And Hallbeck is the 9th man to come to the plate to count even to him at 1 ball and 1 strike. With runners at first and second for Wenatchee. Still 2 outs in the inning. This pitch misses away for ball 2. Yeah, all this has come with 2 outs. All 4 runs have come with 2 outs in the frame. 2-1 the count to Hallback here. Solitz with the next pitch in the dirt for a ball. Nice stop by Ontiveros, who has certainly had an interesting inning here, trying to play backstop for the Falcons. Quickly 3-1 to Hallback. And Arquette, who started the inning off with a double, waiting on deck here. You got to take all the way, don't you? 3-1 pitch from Solitz on the way is in there for strike 2. And tossing the bat aside was Hallback, and he was heading down to first base thinking it was ball 4. But no, now full count to him, and he needs a turn to apologize to our home plate umpire, Trey Honest-Handlin. Fans a little restless behind home plate, thinking maybe that was outside the strike zone. Solitz ready. Runners will go. Pitch to the plate is in the dirt for ball 4. So he does get that walk, and he does get first base. And the AppleSox continue the inning with their 10th man coming to the plate here. Now leading at 7-2, and we're going to get another pitching change. So with that change being made, we'll take another timeout and tell you who the new pitcher will be as we come back here with Wenatchee leading Kelowna 7-2. You're watching AppleSox Baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
I'm Brian Thorpe, and I'm proud to say that Global Car Care is growing. We always do the right thing, and because of that, we're busy, and it's time to hire an experienced automotive technician. We spend as much time with our coworkers as we do our own family. I want them to understand they're not a number here. They're a person with a family, and I want them to be part of this family too. Do you want an owner that understands and respects what you do every day? I'm that guy. Our compensation is the best in the area. I want you to have your career with us.
Are you dealing with a pest or weed issue and you just don't know what to do?
We use the best pest control methods approved for areas with kids and pets.
Whether it's rats, mice, ants, or spiders,
or something else altogether. We provide the coaching and solutions you're looking for.
And you can know that your dollars are supporting a local, family-owned and operated business.
Allow us to help you get back to living healthy and pest-free. Harvest Valley Pest Control.
The road can be a crazy place. Uh-oh! That's why Les Schwab Tires fixes brakes, steering, and more. And those guys don't. Keep driving. I'm just glad Les Schwab puts my safety first, so I can backseat drive with confidence.
Hit the road safely with Les Schwab and save up to $150 when you buy select tires with financing. Les Schwab Tires, celebrating 70 years of doing the right thing.
When your heating or cooling system is giving you trouble, call the diagnostic doctor from Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning.
Here's the culprit right here.
All joking aside, when you call Dick's, you're calling 35 years of experience at customer service right here in the Wenatchee Valley. Dick's strongly believes in repairing before replacing, and they service all major brands of HVAC units.
New pitcher of the ball game is Cole Van Every for the Kelowna Falcons out of Southwest Baptist. He's a junior there. Hometown's Kelowna, BC. He'll take over here for the Bells, or for the Bells, for the Falcons. Forget who we're playing here. We'll get you the numbers. Cameron Solitz, by the way, does not get it out. So far, responsible for giving up 2 runs. He's responsible for all 3 on the base pass. So that's the situation there. Cole Van Every is a big kid. He's 6'4", 225 pounds. just trying to somehow find a final out here in the 6th inning. As Wenatchee scored 4 and brings their 10th men to the plate in Iva Arquette.
17, Iva Arquette.
So Arquette, who started the whole thing off with a double and scored on a 2-out error. And the inning has just continued from there for Wenatchee. First pitch from the sidewinder is inside for ball 1. 1-0 the count to Iva Arquette out of the University of Washington. Good night for Iva. I was talking with Joel Norman before the game. He says AppleSox have hit more grand slams than they have solo home runs. There's been a solo home run hit here in this inning by Brandon Ponce. Arquette fouled the 1-0 pitch off, so he's now even at 1 ball and 1 strike, facing Cole Van Every. Right-hander gets a sign from C.J. Ontiveros. And the 1-1 pitch on the way is a check swing, but he went around, and the count goes to 1-2. Pitch was low and away, but Arquette could not hold off on it. Shortstop in there for Wenatchee one more time around. Sherrod at third, Oyama at second, Hallback at first. No place to put Arquette. The 1-2 pitch swung on and chopped off the plate towards the second base bag. It's going to go through for a base hit. 1 run scores. 2 runs are going to score. And a sliding head first play at third base. Safe there and give a double to Arquette. And what a night for the freshman from the UW.
Yeah!
4 RBIs on the night for Iva Arquette.
How about it?
Sherrod was off on the hit with 2 outs. He scores easily. Oyama followed him home. Hallback ends up safe down at third base and in at second on the throw. So we'll give a base hit and 2 RBIs for Arquette. And that brings up Adam Fossil. And the first pitch to him misses for ball 1. 1-0 the count. Fossil, second time up this inning. Soft line out to first in the earlier portion of this inning. As Wenatchee brings its 11th man to the plate here in the frame. Pitch on the way is a swing and a miss. He was way out in front of that one. The count even to Fossil now at 1 ball and 1 strike. Wenatchee with 9 runs on 7 hits of the ball game. Van Every with the sign, and here comes the big right-hander's 1-1 pitch. It's an off-speed pitch, and it misses for ball 2. Pitch swung on and hit on a hop back to the mound. Van Every will field and throw a little high, but they do get the catch over there. And so the out is finally retired, 1-3 on the putout. But not before Wenatchee gets 6 runs in the inning. They lead it 9-2. We'll head to the 7th. You're watching AppleSox Baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Behind the first base dugout.
The new Hummer EV is everything you want in an all-electric vehicle. It's powerful, reliable, comfortable, and will take you anywhere you want to go, on-road or off. Why buy one of those lesser EVs when you can have one that uses them for traction? Order your Hummer pickup or SUV today from Sangster Motors, batteries included.
Welcome back once again to Paul Thomas Senior Stadium as we head to the 7th inning of play. New pitcher in the ballgame for the Wenatchee AppleSox is Carson Lydon. He will take over here for Wenatchee for Jake Putnam. So Lydon will be the 3rd pitcher of record for the AppleSox here in this one. And we'll get the numbers for you on Leiden here momentarily. If he has any numbers. I don't know if he has any numbers so far this season. Oh, here we go. Okay. So Leiden, no record, making his second appearance. On the mound, that is, for Wenatchee. Has pitched an inning and a third so far. 1 walk, 3 strikeouts. His ERA at 6.75. So Carson Leiden now taking over for Wenatchee. 6'1" freshman from Eugene, Oregon, taking over for Jake Putnam. Putnam goes 2, does not give up a hit, does not give up a run. He does not walk anybody, nor does he strike out anybody. So a bunch of goose eggs on the line for Jake Putnam here, who worked in the relief of Riley Sinclair back in the 5th inning to get the final 3 outs in the 5th. See if there's any other defensive changes here for Wenatchee. Doesn't look like it. CJ Richmond, meanwhile, will start it off here in the 7th for Kelowna as Wenatchee now in the lead 9-2 here over the Falcons. And Leiden's first pitch is in there for a strike from the left-hander to the left-handed hitter, CJ Richmond. 0-1 to count on the strike call. Richmond with an RBI double and a fly out to center. Here comes Leiden's next pitch. It's a swing and a miss, and the ball goes all the way in. Second time tonight we've seen that ball missed by the catcher and goes right back and hits the chest protector of our umpire, Trey Hanlon. Hasn't shown any ill effects of those balls that have come back and hit him so far anyway. So Leiden quickly in front of the hitter, and a swing and a miss, and the throw down to first. So K2-3 officially on that putout. 1 out on the strikeout by Leiden, and with 1 out, that brings up Kenji Suzuki. Our broadcast here on the NCWLIFE Channel brought to you in part by Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center. Caught in a conflict, family, housing, business? Call Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center at 509-888-0957 if you want some help. First pitch here is outside to Suzuki, 0-1 the count. Kenji is facing a, golden sombrero. Is that what it is when you strike out 3 times? Pitch here misses high for ball 2. He struck out looking in the first, struck out looking in the 4th, and now is ahead in the count, 2-0 to Carson Leiden. Lefty's delivery is swung out and missed, and the count goes to 2-1 on Suzuki. Again, the first of 3 games between Wenatchee and Kelowna tonight. Tomorrow, 6:35 game time is Educator Night. And then Thursday is Military Appreciation Night. This pitch barely misses for a ball. 3-1 to count to Suzuki. Ben comes to town on Friday for the first of 3 games in the 6-game homestand for Wenatchee. Fireworks on Saturday, afternoon game on Sunday. This pitch swung on a foul back, and the count goes to 3-2 on Suzuki. They're encouraging you to get your tickets beforehand for Saturday if you want to be here for fireworks. So go to applesox.com and get your tickets. 3-2 pitch is a check swing, gone. Looking again is Kenji Suzuki. 2 down here in the 7th, both on strikeouts by Carson Leiden. That'll bring up shortstop Mike Montreza.
Now batting Mike Montreza.
So Montreza 0 for 1. He flew out to right in the 2nd, and he walked and scored Kelowna's 2nd run in the 5th. First pitch to him here is a fastball missing inside for ball 1. Again, we hope you join us for our broadcast of Wenatchee Valley's 4th of July celebration on Monday night. The 1-0 pitch here swung on and hit back past the mound. That's going to be a seeing eye single over the bag to second and into center field. So a 2-out base hit here by Montreza, his first hit of the night. Just Kelowna's, what? Yeah, that's only their 3rd hit of the night. They got 2 hits back in the first, nothing since. How about that? That'll bring up Shea Thomas. Thomas 0 for 1, grounded out to short in the second, walked in the 5th, was the final batter by Riley Sinclair to be faced. This pitch goes all the way to the backstop, and that'll let Montreza head to second base on a wild pitch. 1-0 the count to Thomas. Wenatchee, after getting a day off yesterday with summer camp in session today for the kids. This pitch misses inside for ball 1-1 or 2-0 the count to Shea Thomas. Found out today that our own Tucker Wagner was one of those youngsters back in the day that took part in the AppleSox summer camp here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. Dan and I were talking to Tucker about that earlier today. This pitch misses in the dirt for a ball. 3-0 the count to Thomas. And Dan asked Tucker what position he played, and Tucker says, I don't remember. Well, when you come to camp, though, I mean, you can kind of choose what position you play, or they just kind of give you drills for every position there as he is available. 3-0 count, and the pitch is in the dirt for a ball 4. So after getting the first 2 on strikeouts, now the next 2 reach against Carson Lydon. So it's become a little interesting here. 2 aboard with 2 outs, and that brings up Jariah Lewis. Lewis with a line out to the shortstop in the second. And he has sacrifice fly for an RBI in the 5th, so he's 0 for 1 here tonight. Lewis steps up with runners at first and second base and 2 outs in the inning. AppleSox defense playing usual depth here just to get the final out in the frame. Pitch by Lydon is low and outside for ball 1. So C.J. Richmond struck out on 3 pitches. Suzuki struck out on a full count. And now Lydon having a hard time finding the strike zone. This pitch misses in the dirt for ball 2. 6 balls thrown in a row here by Lydon. Last strike he threw ended up being a single by Montreza, who's out there at second base now, and we're going to get a discussion on the mound here. So Dan Kuntz going to be out at Town Toyota Center right across the park from Walla Walla Point Park, where they'll shoot off the fireworks on Monday night. Usually it doesn't start till sometime after 10 o'clock, about quarter after 10, 20 after 10, something like that. So we've kind of been guessing on our broadcast time. We'll say 10 o'clock. It might be a little before that, but we'll say 10. Monday night's Independence Day here on the NCWLIFE Channel, so be sure and join Dan for that coverage. After the discussion on the mound and a 2-0 count, here comes the next pitch to Lewis. It's inside high, almost hit him. And the count goes to 3-0. So Carson Lydon single-handedly kind of making things a little interesting here after Wenatchee plated 6 runs in the 6th to lead it 9-2. 2 outs here in the 7th. And the 3-0 pitch. Can't find the strike zone at all. So now the bases are jammed with Falcons perched upon each bag out here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. There is a sidewinding right-hander warming up down to the bullpen for Wenatchee. And we'll see if they give him one more chance to try to get it out here. C.J. Ontiveros steps up. He's 0 for the game so far. Struck out looking in the 3rd, hit into a double play to end the 5th. Pitch on the way by Lydon, high for a ball. My goodness. 9 balls thrown in a row here by Carson Lydon. Again, high and chin music there for Ontiveros. 2-0 the count, and that's going to do it. can't find the strike zone, so they're going to find somebody who maybe can. We'll get a pitching change here, and with the pitching change made, we'll take a break. You're watching AppleSox Baseball here on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Are you a take charge kind of person? Consider a career as a health unit coordinator. You'll work to keep health facilities running efficiently by coordinating medical providers, patients, and departments. The Charter College Certificate in Health Unit Coordinator program can get you up to speed on basic patient care, health records management, health and safety procedures, and medical billing. And the 10-month online program includes a computer you keep. Get started at chartercollege.edu, where we work to get you to work.
Hello, my name is Brian Brett, the Fire Chief for Chelan County Fire District 1, and I just wanted to talk about how amazing our Rivercom team is. They are intentional, purposeful, and skillful in everything they do, and they are the best at what they do. How they prepare, how they handle the caller, how they coordinate the emergency services, and how they push themselves to be the best. This is the kind of spirit that our Rivercom telecommunicators have. Our community needs you, we need you, we admire you, you're our lifeline.
Hi folks, welcome to Save Mart. How can we help you today?
We're looking for a recliner.
Okay, right this way. Go ahead and move this chase on the other side. You can get this
Great, I want that one. I would like that one.
That's a great choice.
And I want this one as well.
Okay.
And I definitely want this one.
Ooh. You'll find it at Save Mart. Full service at a low, low price.
So Tyler Chipman's going to take over out of Kashmir. The right-hander will be the fourth pitcher of the night for the AppleSox. Trying to get a final out here in the 7th inning. He'll inherit a 2-0 count as Carson Lydon got the first two guys out he faced on strikeouts, but then gave up a 2-out base hit to Montreza, and then walked Thomas and Lewis and went 2-0 on Ontiveros. And so the head coach for Wenatchee, Mitch Darlington, says, no, we can't do this in a 9-2 ball game. So now Tyler Chipman will come in and try to just get the final out. Ontiveros in there with a count 2-0 to him. And the pitch by Chipman on the way is outside for ball 3. Bases jammed with Falcons here. Chipman working from the stretch, and the pitch on the way to the plate is in there for a strike, and the count goes to 3-1. Ontiveros taking all the way on that one. Base hit, a walk, and a walk. That has led to the bases full. This pitch is high and inside, and they're going to walk in a run here. So give an RBI to Ontiveros on the bases loaded walk as Montreza scores. Thomas goes down to third base, Lewis to second base, and back to the top of the order for Jake Steels. Jake is 0 for 3 tonight, couple of ground outs and a strikeout to his credit, as Kelowna will bring the 7th man to the plate here in the 7th. Pitch on the way is outside for ball 1. Steals back in the right-handed batter's box, and Tyler with the pitch in the dirt outside for ball 2. Don't see anybody else active in the bullpen for Wenatchee. Chipman back and ready. Here comes the 2-0 pitch on the way. Is a little bit low for ball 3. Goodness. Kelowna players barking their approval in the dugout on the first base side. No place to put Jake Steels. Tyler Chipman ready, and the 3-0 pitch is a strike called. The fans trying to get behind the Cashmere product. Headed for Seattle University and his junior year coming up, the 5'10", 170-pounder. Trying to find the strike zone again, and its pitch is swung on and chopped foul up the first baseline. And stumbling in the box on the swing was Steels. Count runs full to him at 3-2. Fans still assembled here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium on a summery night here in Wenatchee, looking for the Sox to just shut the door here and finish up this ball game. Here comes the 3-2 pitch on the way. It's in the dirt outside. Another ball four. Another walk comes in and a run comes in. 2 runs in the inning now as Thomas will score. Give an RBI on the walk to Steels. Lewis goes to third. Ontiveros goes to second. The 8th man will come to the plate in left fielder Cam Edwards. Edwards 1 for 3 tonight, has hit 3 ground balls, one of which kind of squibbed its way up the first baseline for an infield hit. Pitch here misses low for ball 1.
Look, Tyler.
I'm going to have a visit on the mound here. I don't see a coach coming out. C.J. Horn coming out to try to settle down Tyler Chipman. In his 2 other appearances for Wenatchee, gave up 3 walks, did have 3 strikeouts, ERA at 5.4. in his 5 innings pitched. Want to know the count here to Cam Edwards after the conversation out there on the mound. Two bases loaded walks have scored 2 runs for Kelowna here in this inning. Chipman ready. The pitch to the plate is outside with a fastball for ball 2. Again, Chipman inherited a 2-0 count to Ontiveros. Ended up walking him. That scored a run as Montreza scored. And then walked Steels to score Thomas. This pitch is in there for a strike with a fastball. Count runs to 2-1 on Cam Edwards. Fans hollering their support for Tyler Chipman. Chewing on a big piece of gum out there on the mound. This pitch swung on it, fouled back, at the count now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs in the inning. Here comes the fan support. Kids choir ready for the 7th inning stretch. They want to sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." Fans want to get off their seat and clap. Here comes the 2-2 pitch from Chipman on the way. Bounces in for a ball, and the count runs full to Edwards at 3-2. Connor Palmera represents the 9th man possibly to the plate waiting on deck here. Tyler Chipman would like to not see that happen as Cam Edwards back in the left-handed batter's box. Chipman ready. And the 3-2 pitch on the way. Strike 3 called. Gone looking is Edwards. And the out finally mercifully recorded here in the 7th. Kelowna gets 2 runs on 1 hit. They leave 3 big ones. We'll head to the bottom of the 7th. It's now 9-4. Wenatchee on top. You're watching AppleSox Baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
You love to help others. You need a solid career. You can have it all with help from Charter College. Our 10-month medical assistant program prepares you to work in healthcare settings like physician offices, rehab centers, and clinics. You'll learn to take patient vitals, assist with exams, administer injections, and maintain medical records. When you're ready to launch a rewarding healthcare career, visit chartercollege.edu, because we work to get you to work.
When the people you serve are your friends and family, you see the world a bit differently. You understand that your survival depends on the health and strength of your relationships. Your word is your reputation, and that doing the right thing is the only way of life that matters. At Confluence Health, we remain humble. Trust is a gift that is earned, a privilege, an honor. And we remain grateful for the trust you place in our hands.
To the bottom of the 7th, Luke Stuka, C.J. Horn, and Brandon Ponce do up here for the Wenatchee AppleSox in a 9-4 ball game. Wenatchee led at 9-2, but gave up 2 in the top of the 7th as 8 men came to the plate. The Sox pitching staff had a hard time finding the strike zone there between Carson Lydon and Tyler Chipman. Walked a bunch of batters. In fact, 4 walks in that frame to score 2 runs, and we head to the bottom of the 7th. Stuka leading it off is 1 for 2 in the ball game with an RBI single in the first. He walked in the 4th and lined out to left in the 6th. Been a busy night for Cam Edwards out there in left field. Cole Van Every will stay in to pitch here in the 7th for Kelowna. He came in relief of Cameron Solitz, who could not get it out. Solitz faced, 5 batters, gave up a home run and 4 runs, all earned, walked 3 on 2 hits. First pitch to Stuka, misses low for a ball. 1-0 the count to Luke. Luke back in the left-handed batter's box, and the pitch swung on and a fly ball to left field, and Cam Edwards somehow makes the catch. Wow. We talked about how Cam's had a busy night out there in left field. Awkwardly coming down with the ball in his glove as he'll collect all of his gear out there. So a line out to left to start off the 7th, and with 1 down, that brings up C.J. Horn.
Now batting.
Catcher for Wenatchee is 0 for the night so far. Struck out in the 1st, lined out to left in the 4th, and got aboard on an error and scored in the 6th. In that 6-run 6th inning for Wenatchee. First pitch misses for ball 1 to Horn. 1-0 the count. Van Every, quick worker on the mound, is next pitch also missing outside the strike zone for ball 2. Let's get you up to date on what else is happening around the West Coast League tonight. Some of these games probably reaching the late stages, with all having a 6:35 start time. This pitch taken for a strike by C.J. Horn at the count 2-1. Bottom of the 8th, all tied in Port Angeles between Nanaimo and the lefties at 3-3. This pitch, a fastball in there for a strike, evens the count to Horn at 2-2. Portland and Ridgefield are all tied as well in the bottom of the 7th, or bottom of the 8th. It's tied at 7. Yakima Valley now leading Walla Walla 4-3. That's in the top of the 9th. This pitch cued off the end of the bat to the second baseman, and in to field it is a new second baseman. We're going to figure out who that is. He's got 27 on his back. That is not Kenji Suzuki anymore. But it is a 4-3 put out for the second out here in the 7th, and that'll bring up Brandon Ponce.
Brandon Ponce.
First pitch is a strike to Ponce. Looks like it is Prendergast out there at second base. Next pitch is also in for a strike. 0-2 the count quickly here on Ponce, who had a solo home run in his last plate appearance. And a swing and a miss here. So the AppleSox are gone in order here in the 7th. To the 8th we'll go. It is a 9-4 Wenatchee lead. You're watching AppleSox baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Come on, I'm a certified technician. I was trained to take good care of you.
9. I've only been to the dealer.
I've been coming here for years. These guys are great.
Look around. The BMW, the Jag, the Volvo, they're all waiting for regular service. Well, the BMW has a little computer issue, but that's nothing we can't handle. Come on in.
From regular maintenance to computer troubleshooting, trust the Global Car Care technicians with your import, diesel-powered, or domestic vehicle. Global Car Care. They speak your car's language.
Dankeschön.
911, what is the address of your emergency?
Yes, it's me. It's my husband. I think there's something the matter with him.
It was a feeling that I'll never forget, like being able to meet them and know that he survived.
Okay, tell me what's happening. Is he conscious?
No, he's not.
Okay, take a deep breath for me. I'm getting you help.
Rivercom means to me that I still have my husband here with me. They're the ones that guided me through saving his life.
Mason Philly's going to take over on the mound here for the Wenatchee AppleSox as we head to the 8th inning of play in a 9-4 Wenatchee lead. Tyler Chipman able to finally get the final out of that 7th frame as Kelowna brought 8 men to the plate. They'll start it off here with Connor Palmera, CJ Richmond, and Kenji Suzuki against Mason Philly. Get to the numbers on Philly. He's been an active part of the Sox pitching staff so far, making his 6th appearance for Wenatchee. His record is 2-1 with a 4.59 earned run average. In his 15 2/3 innings, he has 21 strikeouts, 7 walks. Last appearance was on Sunday at Edmonton in a 9-3 win. Pitched an inning. Faced 3 batters, struck out 1, did not walk a batter. So Mason Philly out there for the AppleSox trying to get the final 6 outs of this ball game, potentially. Palmera leads it off. He's 0 for 3 tonight. And the first pitch by Philly on the way is fouled back to the screen to the count 0-1 to Connor Palmera. Again, CJ Richmond, Kenji Suzuki also due up here in the 8th for Kelowna as the Falcons trail the AppleSox 9-4. Coming to you live from Paul Thomas Senior Stadium here at Wenatchee. Eric Granstrom with you. Thank you very much for joining us here on the NCWLIFE Channel. This pitch misses away for ball 1. 1-1 the count. Palmera back in the right-handed batter's box, and the pitch on the way by Philly. Swung on and missed. And the count goes to 1-2. Get you the rest of the scoreboard from the West Coast League as we do have one final. Mason ready, and the lefty's 1-2 pitch is a little bit low. Evens the count to Palmera at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Top of the 9th, as we mentioned, Yakima Valley leading Walla Walla 4-3. Bellingham all over Bend tonight in the top of the 7th, 8-0. Victoria leading Cowlitz in the top of the 7th, 12-9. That's a marathon going on there. And Springfield tonight knocks off Corvallis 3-1. Swing and a foul back by Palmera. It's down, the count stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Our broadcast brought to you in part by Walkabout Grill, where eating out is eating healthy. Open 7 days a week in Leavenworth and Wenatchee, or stop in at the 108 Lounge at the Wenatchee Walk. Two and 2 the count to Palmera. Mason Philly's first man to face, and a swing and a miss. Gone on strikes is Palmera. 1 out here in the 8th inning. And for the pitching staff here, that's the 9th strikeout here tonight for Wenatchee.
Now batting Makana Alaso.
So we have a pinch hitter coming up. As I think I heard the PA announcer say it was Connor Alaso. That will help me out as I look at my lineup card here for the Falcons. Well, he's wearing number 40. I don't see 40. Oh, there we go. One and one quickly, the count to Alasso. Let's see if I can find him on my sheet here. There we go. Makana Alasso. The 1-1 pitch low and inside for ball two. 2-1 to count. Makana is a 6'3", 225-pounder out of San Jose State. Sophomore there. Curveball here is in for a strike, and the count evens to Alasso at 2 balls and 2 strikes. CJ Richmond was due up here. Kenji Suzuki was due up next, and looks like we got a pinch hitter coming up for him as well. Foul back behind home plate by Alasso. Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Springfield knocks off Corvallis. The Knights have not lost very many times this season. That is for sure. Quite the pitcher's duel happening at T-Mobile Park tonight. This pitch misses just inside. Draws the ire of the Sox dugout below me, as well as the fans still assembled here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. Scoreless ball game as they head to the 8th in Seattle. Baltimore and Seattle 0s. Robbie Ray, I have to check and see if he's still on the mound for Seattle. A 1-hitter. The 3-2 pitch on the way, swung on and fouled back, so Alasso stays alive. Let's see if I could switch this over to the Mariners stats and see if Robbie Ray is still pitching. Nope, Diego Castillo has taken over for the Mariners. This pitch misses. I guess, sorry, that makes it a full count to Alasso. Batting for CJ Richmond. Fans unsettled here in the seats at Paul Thomas. 3-2 pitch on the way by Philly is high for ball 4. So a strikeout and a walk here for Mason Philly, and that puts a runner aboard for the pinch hitter. Suzuki was scheduled here, and instead it will be youngster wearing number 9, and that will be Griffin. Griffin Palfrey or Palfy? Oh, excuse me, it's number 5, not number 9. So that's Troy Bonsgard. There you go. Troy Bonsgard batting here for Suzuki. Swing and a miss is strike 2. So quickly ahead in the count is Mason Philly.
Hold on, Ryder! Hold!
1 on, 1 out, and the 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Mason Philly just overpowered Bonsrud for that at bat. Bongsgard, I should say. 2 down to the 8th inning, and Mike Montreza was scheduled to bat, but again, we'll have somebody else in there. Oh, it is Mike Montreza. Oh, excuse me. They've gone to so many pinch hitters here. I thought maybe they'd done it again, but no. So Alasso out at first base, 2 outs in the inning, both on strikeouts, and this pitch swung on and hit on the ground to short, and fumbling the ball there is Arquette, and not able to field the final out of the inning, so it continues on the first error of the ball game for Wenatchee. So Alasso at second, Montreza at first. And that'll bring up Shea Thomas.
Now batting Shea Thomas.
Curveball is in there for a strike this time by Mason Philly. 0-1 to count to Thomas. Thomas has been aboard a couple of times on a walk. He also scored a run in the 7th, part of that 2-run frame where Wenatchee just had a hard time finding the strike zone. The 0-1 pitch by Philly to Thomas here is in the dirt. Nice stop by Horn, and the count evens to Thomas at 1 ball and 1 strike. 8th inning began with Mason Philly taking over, the 5th pitcher of the night for Wenatchee. Struck out Palmero, walked Alasso, struck out Suzuki. Montreza got aboard on an error on the shortstop. And this fastball misses inside for ball 2. 2-1 the count to Shea Thomas. Jariah Lewis would be next, pending the batting order here and any more pinch hitters. Philly ready. Here comes the 2-1 pitch, and it's swung on and fouled and got a piece of the catcher, C.J. Horn. So umpire will walk out from behind home plate and underhand a ball out to the pitcher who wasn't ready for it. C.J. looks like he's none the worse for wear as the backstop for Wenatchee. 2-2 count to Shea Thomas. Alasso at second, Montreza at first. 2 outs in the inning, and the pitch on the way is a little high for ball 3. Full count now to Thomas.
Set him down, Mason. Set him down.
See if the runners go with 2 outs in the inning. They will. Pitch to the plate, swung on a hit to the left side. Backhanding is the shortstop. The throw to first base off the line. Everybody's going to be safe. I don't know, had that ball been thrown on a dime to first, that Arquette could have got the runner at first. He had a lot of speed getting up the base paths. I think they're going to give a hit, infield hit to Shea Thomas. They will. So now the bases are loaded. This game still not settled. 9-4 is the count. And we got another pinch hitter as Troy McCain will come in. First pitch to him is in there for a strike. So Troy McCain out of San Luis Obispo. Cal Poly, that is. This fastball is in there for a strike on the inside corner. So now the count quickly in Philly's favor at 0-2. 2 outs. Bases jammed. 2 strikeouts so far by Philly. Looking for number 3 right here. Mason ready, and the 0-2 pitch swung on and fouled at home plate, and the count stays at 0-2. 6:35 game time tomorrow night here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. Educator night here at the ballpark, and then on Thursday it's Military Appreciation Night to wrap up the series with Kelowna. Again, 6:35 game time. Come on out and enjoy AppleSox baseball. Here comes the 0-2 pitch again for Mason Philly, and it's high for ball 1.
Got him.
Fans making some noise for Mason Philly, trying to wrap up this inning and not give up any more runs to the visitors from Kelowna. Here comes the 1-2 pitch on the way, chopped and fouled on the first base side. Count stays at 1 ball and 2 strikes. We'll have highlights of this game as well as highlights of the Mariners and Baltimore tomorrow morning on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Tune in at 7 a.m. for the live broadcast with Dan Kuntz, your host. That's right here on your local TV station, the NCWLIFE Channel. 1-2 the count to McCain. Again, Mason Philly trying to figure out a way to get out of it. Swung on and fouled back again.
Let's throw the ball and tray that kid.
We provide local news every evening here on the NCWLIFE Channel at 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Following the game tonight, you can tune in for Grant Olson and the latest on our local news here in North Central Washington. The 1-2 pitch again is swung on and grabbed on the foul tip by C.J. Horn, and it turns out that Mason Philly weirdly strikes out the side. We'll head to the bottom of the 8th. Wenatchee leading at 9-4. You're watching AppleSox baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
When you call Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, you're calling on 35-plus years of experience in the Wenatchee Valley. Spending extra time in your home, you may have discovered an unwanted aroma. Stinky feet, pets, who knows what. Call Dick's today about installing their Train Clean Effects electronic air cleaner or a Rheem Halo ultraviolet air purifier. Either way, the air quality in your home will be improved. Proudly servicing all of North Central Washington, call 884-6444 today.
I'm Brian Thorpe, and I'm proud to say that Global Car Care is growing. We always do the right thing, and because of that, we're busy, and it's time to hire an experienced automotive technician. We spend as much time with our coworkers as we do our own family. I want them to understand they're not a number here. They're a person with a family, and I want them to be part of this family too. Do you want an owner that understands and respects what you do every day? I'm that guy. Our compensation is the best in the area. I want you to have your career with us.
Cole Van Every will continue to pitch for Kelowna as we head to the bottom of the 8th inning, and the bottom of the order due up for Wenatchee. Xander Orahudos, Grant Sherrod, and Joichiro Oyama, number 8, 9, and 1 batters, due up here in the 8th for the AppleSox. In a 9-4 ball game, Wenatchee just trying to wrap it up here and win their 3rd straight. Provided they could do that here in the next little bit. We will have an on-field interview after the ball game. We'll talk to manager Mitch Darlington, as well as one of the key components of tonight's hope for victory tonight for the Wenatchee AppleSox. But still 3 more outs defensively to get, and let's see what they do offensively here with Orahudos, who starts it off. The first pitch taken for a strike. 0-1 the count to Xander. Xander's 1 for 2 tonight with a line out to left, base hit up the middle to center. And he walked and scored in the 6th. Second pitch to him misses for a ball. 1-1 the count. As Cole Van Every, third pitcher of record here for Kelowna in this ball game tonight. Nick Woodcock went 5 2/3, allowed 4 runs on 3 hits, 4 strikeouts, couple of walks. Cameron Solitz couldn't get an out in the 6th. He gave up 4 runs, 2 hits, walked 3, and Cole Van Every has been the man ever since. 2-1 the count here to Orahudos. And the pitch on the way, swung on the fly ball to center field, but an easy play out there for Jake Steele to make the catch for the out. So 1 out for the AppleSox here in the 8th inning, brings up right fielder Grant Sherrod. Grant is 1 for 3. Struck out in the 2nd, lined out in the 5th, and got a base hit for an RBI and scored a run in the 6th. Wenatchee scoring 2 runs in the 1st, another in the 3rd, 6 runs in the 6th. They gave 2 back in the 7th. 9-4 right now. First pitch by Van Every on the way to Sherrod is taken for a strike. 0-1 the count. The 0-1 pitch on the way is in their first strike. Strike 3 called. That pitch looked a little low, but home plate umpire Trey Annis Hanlon said that's strike 3. So another strikeout in relief here for Cole Van Every. That would be his second strikeout in relief.
Now batting Joichiro.
And back to the top of the order for the AppleSox for Joichiro Oyama. Game in Seattle's now in the bottom of the 8th inning, still scoreless, and a one-hitter for the Seattle pitching staff tonight. This pitch is taken for a strike by Oyama, 0-1 to count. Joichiro looking for his first base hit tonight. He's 0 for 2, walked twice and scored twice. The 0-1 pitch on the way is in the dirt for a ball.
You're right. Never know, Joe.
I think we'll talk to Iva Arquette after the ball game as well, if we can find number 17 and have him join us. Swing and a miss here by Oyama, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Due up for Kelowna in their part of the ninth, C.J. Ontiveros, Jake Steels, and Cam Edwards. That's who's due up anyway in the 9th inning for the Falcons. 1-2 the count here to Oyama. And the pitch by Van Every on the way. Swung on a chop foul at the plate, and the count stays at a ball and 2 strikes. Again, a reminder, we'll have more baseball coming your way on Friday, July 15th. Corvallis in town for the first of a 3-game series here in Wenatchee. Well, that one for you at 6:30. 6:35 first pitch. Again, July 26th, Cowlitz here at Wenatchee. This pitch swung on the ground and on a couple of hops to the Prendergast over there at second base, and he will make the throw in time. So Wenatchee retired in order here in the 8th inning. We'll head to the 9th. Hang on time, 9-4 the score. Wenatchee on top. You're watching AppleSox baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Are you dealing with a pest or weed issue and you just don't know what to do?
We use the best pest control methods approved for areas with kids and pets.
Whether it's rats, mice, ants, or spiders,
or something else altogether. We provide the coaching and solutions you're looking for.
And you can know that your dollars are supporting a local, family-owned and operated business.
Allow us to help you get back to living healthy and pest-free. Harvest Valley Pest Control.
The road can be a crazy place. Uh-oh! That's why Les Schwab Tires fixes brakes, steering, and more. And those guys don't. Keep driving. I'm just glad Les Schwab puts my safety first, so I can backseat drive with confidence.
Hit the road safely with Les Schwab and save up to $150 when you buy select tires with financing. Les Schwab Tires, celebrating 70 years of doing the right thing.
Well, here we go to the 9th inning, and the order due up for Kelowna in their part of the 9th is C.J. Ontiveros, Jake Steels, and Cam Edwards. We'll see who actually comes to the plate here for the Falcons. In fact, my prediction coming to fruition is they have a pinch hitter coming in for Ontiveros, and he's wearing number 9 on his back, so that would tell me that is Griffin Palfrey. So Palfrey coming in and hit, and he will face Mason Philly. So that prediction for me coming true as well. If Philly trying to get the final 6 outs of the ball game, trying to get the final 3 outs here. Misses on the first pitch to Palfrey, 1-0 the count. Again, we'll have a brief post-game show here on the NCWLIFE Channel. Head down to the field, talk with the manager, Mitch Darlington, as well as Iva Arquette, hitting star of the night. This pitch swung on a fly ball, long run for the right fielder, stumbling out there, and making the catch is Grant Sherrod. Kind of an adventure out there in right field, but he does make the catch for the first out. And back to the top of the order here for the Falcons. And it is Jake Steels who will bat for himself. He's 0 for 3 tonight. He did walk and got an RBI for it on a bases loaded walk in the 7th, his last plate appearance. See if we can find out other games that have gone final in the West Coast League here tonight. This pitch swung on a hit in a gap between right and center, and with a double is Jake Steels. Ball was misplayed out there by Adam Fossil, but I think Steels would have been in at second base no matter what. So a one-out double in the gap by Jake Steels. And that'll bring up another pinch hitter here for the Falcons, as it is number 36. That's Jaden Shepard. So Shepard will bat here in the 2-hole. Stepped in a right-handed batter's box. And the first pitch to him is a check swing. He went around? No, he did not. They appealed out to Jacob Asher, the base umpire. And he says, no, didn't happen. Mason Philly kind of shaking his head out there, thinking that was a swing. 1-0 the count, and the pitch on the way to the plate is in the dirt for a ball. 2-0 count here.
You're okay, Philly. Go, kid.
To Shepard. Jaden Shepard out of Ohlone College. Originally from Pleasanton, California. Junior in the right-handed batter's box. Philly ready, and the 2-0 pitch on the way to the plate is a fastball strike on the inside corner. 2-1 the count now to Shepard. Palmera is supposed to be on deck. Can't quite see the number on his jersey yet to see if that's him warming up or not. Over in the on-deck circle. Looks like it is number 31 over there. Meanwhile, 36 at the plate, waiting for the next pitch from number 13 on the mound. The 2-1 delivery swung on and hit foul and out of play on the first base side. So the count evens to Shepard at 2-2. Wenatchee trying to coax the final 2 outs here of the ball game and post a victory, their 3rd in a row. After taking 2 of 3 in Edmonton, trying to win the first of 3 tonight at home against Kelowna. The 2-2 pitch on the way to Shepard, swung on and hit towards the shortstop. Over to field to his left is Arquette. The throw to first is dug out nicely over there by Stuka. And a 4-3 or 6-3 on the putout, so the second out. Meanwhile, down to third base goes Steels on the play, and that'll bring up Connor Palmera. Connor is 0 for the night. He's flown out a couple of times and struck out a couple of times. Fans who are remaining here in the stands getting behind Mason Philly. Lefty on the mound against the righty at the plate. First pitch on the way, swung on a miss. Hefty cut there by Palmera. Flag hanging limp out in center field, but the wind from that bat almost made that flag come off the flagpole out there. 0-1 to count to Palmera. Again, Mason Philly ready. And the delivery to the plate is a swing and a foul back, and the count goes to 0-2. 0-2 the count to Connor Palmera. Mason Philly ready. And the left-hander's 0-2 pitch swung on and fouled back, and the count remains at 0-2 on Connor Palmera. The junior out of Everett Community College stands between the AppleSox and their 3rd straight win.
All right.
Stands between the AppleSox and their 10th win of the season. Again, Mason Philly ready. And the 0-2 pitch on the way, swung on and fouled out of play on the first base side. Alasso waiting on deck here. He pinch hit for Richmond back in the 8th. Again, Mason Philly with an 0-2 count to Palmera. Fans making their throats heard here. The pitch swung on and grounded to the left side. Over to field is Potts. The throw to first in time for the out. And the AppleSox get the victory by a final of 9-4. Good win for the AppleSox here tonight. We will talk with Mitch Darlington. We will also talk with Iva Arquette coming up on the postgame show. That's straight ahead here on the NCWLIFE Channel.
The new Hummer EV is everything you want in an all-electric vehicle. It's powerful, reliable, comfortable, and will take you anywhere you want to go, on-road or off. Why buy one of those lesser EVs when you can have one that uses them for traction? Order your Hummer pickup or SUV today from Sangster Motors, batteries included.
Are you a take charge kind of person? Consider a career as a health unit coordinator. You'll work to keep health facilities running efficiently by coordinating medical providers, patients, and departments. The Charter College Certificate in Health Unit Coordinator program can get you up to speed on basic patient care, health records management, health and safety procedures, and medical billing. And the 10-month online program includes a computer you keep. Get started at chartercollege.edu, where we work to get you to work.
Hello, my name is Brian Brett, the Fire Chief for Chelan County Fire District 1, and I just wanted to talk about how amazing our Rivercom team is. They are intentional, purposeful, and skillful in everything they do, and they are the best at what they do. How they prepare, how they handle the caller, how they coordinate the emergency services, and how they push themselves to be the best. This is the kind of spirit that our Rivercom telecommunicators have. Our community needs you, we need you, we admire you, you're our lifeline.
Hi folks, welcome to Save Mart. How can we help you today?
We're looking for a recliner.
Okay, right this way. Go ahead and move this chair on the other side. You can lift this up.
Great, I want that one. I like that one.
That's a great choice.
And I want this one as well.
Okay.
And I definitely want this one.
You find it at Save Mart. Full service at a low, low price.
Welcome back here on the postgame show on the NCWLIFE Channel, where the Wenatchee AppleSox knock off the Kelowna Falcons by a score of 9-4 here tonight. As we await for the coach and we wait for a player, that player will be Iva Arquette, who had a splendid night tonight. He gets 3 hits and drives in 4 runs for the AppleSox. He also scored a couple of runs and was just a home run shy of the cycle. Not a bad night for the freshman from the University of Washington. Wenatchee scored a couple of runs in the first inning after Kelowna took the lead early. Then the pitching staff for Wenatchee would just shut things down as Riley Sinclair didn't get the win tonight. But after giving up that run in the first, he was money after that as the AppleSox get the win here tonight by a final of 9-4. AppleSox get that 2 runs in the first to take a 2-1 lead. They would add on another run in the third. Kelowna would come back with a run in the fifth, but then a big 6-run, 6th inning for Wenatchee was the difference in this one as they win it by a final of 9-4. We'll talk with the coach. We'll talk with the player coming up as the postgame show continues right after this here on the NCWLIFE Channel.
You love to help others. You need a solid career. You can have it all with help from Charter College. Our 10-month medical assistant program prepares you to work in healthcare settings like physician offices, rehab centers, and clinics. You'll learn to take patient vitals, assist with exams, administer injections, and maintain medical records. When you're ready to launch a rewarding healthcare career, visit chartercollege.edu because we work to get you to work.
When the people you serve are your friends and family, you see the world a bit differently. You understand that your survival depends on the health and strength of your relationships. Your word is your reputation, and that doing the right thing is the only way of life that matters. At Confluence Health, we remain humble. Trust is a gift that is earned, a privilege, an honor. And we remain grateful for the trust you place in our hands.
Post-game show continues here on the NCWLIFE Channel with the AppleSox knock off Kelowna tonight by a final of 9-4. We've got Iva at Coach Mitch, and we've got a win here tonight. First of all, Coach, you know, you guys do really well when you score first in the first inning. You got a couple of runs after they scored first tonight, and then your pitching staff, I thought, did really splendidly after that.
Yeah, we're kind of a team that if we get off to a hot start and get the bats going early, it seems like the momentum switches and we just kind of roll through the game. So really pleased with the way our lineup came through 1 through 9. Found a lot of barrels tonight, put good swings on a baseball, and then got a really good start from Riley Sinclair, who gave us a chance to win.
Absolutely. Let's talk about how tough that is to, you know, you get a couple of wins up in Edmonton. That's a long trip from there back home. And last time you were here, things didn't go so well for you against Bellingham. But how important is that for you to get off to a good start here tonight in this series here at home?
Yeah, it was huge. You know, not only coming back after taking 4-6 on the road, then we get back home and we got kids camp today from 9 to 12, and guys are up early and back at the yard. So for us to come out here and get a crucial Game 1 win against Kelowna is big. We got to get back on track and get the ball rolling here.
All right, Mitch Darlington, congratulations on the win. I'll let you go. I'll talk to the bird on my left.
Right. Appreciate you. Thank you.
All right, Mitch Darlington. And Iva Arquette, I got you a home run away from the cycle tonight. That's not a bad night, young man.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know that, actually. I didn't know they counted the last one for the hit. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, it was a good night, so, yeah.
Talk about this team. I know you guys are still kind of coming together, but how fun was that road trip to kind of bond you guys a little bit?
Oh, yeah, that road trip was a roller coaster, first of all. With our bus breaking down, you know, and it was a weird one, but it was definitely a great trip, you know, for us to get closer as a team. So.
Well, and also you had some injuries to some key guys, and so other guys had to step up. I guess you kind of test your mettle like that.
Yeah, I mean, we had some pitchers, you know, had to hit BP before games. You know, we had Garrett, you know, playing third base. You know, so, yeah, we had to use everybody, you know. So, yeah.
Talk about swinging here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. I don't know if the ball was carrying tonight, but you certainly did well hitting those balls and making that adjustment from going from, you know, college and aluminum to coming to the wood bat here in the summertime. How hard is that?
You know, takes a while, you know, with aluminum a little bit lighter than the wood, but you know, I think, you know, I was hunting my pitch, you know, and I got some of it, you know, and put some decent swings on it, so I guess it fell. So, yeah.
Well, congratulations on the win and the big night tonight, and good luck tomorrow night.
Thank you.
You bet. Iva Arquette joining us here on the postgame show. That's going to wrap up the broadcast here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium, where the AppleSox knock off the Kelowna Falcons by a final of 9-4 here tonight. It's going to wrap it up for our broadcast crew, and let's see if I can remember everybody off the top of my head. Of course, Malcolm Whitehall doing a lot of our engineering in the van. We had also Zaya Davison helping out, engineering in the van as well. Tucker Wagner back there in the studios. Our line producer, Dan Kuntz, tonight. Josiah handling some of that as well. We had Josiah Jones here. We had Matthew Ortiz here. We had Caleb Plank here. And we had Clark Sims here. I think I got everybody. How about that? All right, that's going to wrap it up. Thanks for joining us here for AppleSox Baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel. Have a good night, everybody. Thanks for joining us for exclusive coverage of the Wenatchee AppleSox on the NCWLIFE Channel, your local TV station. Today's game has been brought to you by AmeriCorps, Chelan Douglas Community Action Council, Apple Valley Honda, Bob's Burgers and Brew, Global Card Care, Harvest Valley Pest Control, JDSA Law, Mini Blinds and more. Together for You, That Pizza Place in Cashbury, Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center, and Walkabout Grill. This has been a special presentation of NCWLIFE Channel Sports. We now return you to normal programming already in progress.